is good, Sixer Nation? Welcome back on in for another edition of Philly Take with RB. Some of the Sixers may take back-to-backs off, but we don't miss them. Sixers on the road after a win last night at the Wells Fargo, a clean sweep of the Charlotte Hornets, trying to battle back to 500. And they take a little mini road trip out to Cleveland to face the best team in the NBA, the Cleveland Cavaliers. Sixers almost found a way to beat them last time. Down everybody. Can they fight? No Joel Embiid. Can Paul George bounce back in a major way? This is going to be a statement game for Podcast P, for Tyrese Maxey, for the crew. You want to show them that you mean business? Now is the time. Got to win some big games, man. You got to beat the odds sometimes. They're not giving them a chance to win. So it's the perfect time to strike. We'll see what they can do, man. We'll see what they can do. Leave it all out there on the floor tonight, man. Big one tonight. Big one tonight. And we welcome you in officially here on a Saturday evening. Hope you are all having a great weekend, a great Saturday. And officially it is time to kick things off. So good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you guys and gals are tapping in from. And welcome in to Philly Take with RB. It is officially the Sixers Game Day live show presented by our great friends at Kook Burger and Bar. And as always, we're powered by BetUS. We have the 9-16 Philadelphia 76ers coming off a win last night against the Hornets, taking on the Cleveland Cavaliers, who sit atop the NBA 24-4 on the season. They are 15-1 at home. Big task tonight. This is the number one Sixers Game Day live show where we give you the coverage pregame, live game, and postgame. All three components, including our staple play-by-play and reactions. We break it all down, give you the analysis, and of course, we let the fans chime in as well by calling in after the game. Ladies and gentlemen, do me a huge favor. Go down below. You know the first act of business, man. You come into the RB stream. You got to like the show, man. Hit that thumbs up button down below. That tells YouTube that you're here, that we're live, that you enjoy the content. So do me a huge solid. Like the show. Hit that red subscribe button if you want to join in on the live chat. And help us by becoming part of the Philly Take family. Hit that join button or hit that link pin in the chat. Become an official Philly Take member today. Members get all the exclusive perks and more. Also, be sure to follow our Instagram page at Philly Take with RB. Follow us on TikTok if it even withstands the next couple of weeks. We are growing on there. Follow us at Philly Take with RB. And follow me on Twitter for all the updates and more at RB Philly Take. Connect with me everywhere. Special shout out to the members. We'll give you guys some shout outs here in just a few minutes. But let's see those emojis, man. Let them know why the Philly Take Fire Take members stand out in the chat, man. I want to see those comments popping out. I want to see your names highlighted. Get all the emojis, the loyalty badges, the exclusive perks, merch discount codes, and more. Hit that join button down below. All right, man. It is officially time to kick things off here on the Sixers pregame live show. Welcome into Sixers pregame live. The Sixers taking on the Cavaliers. Right now, the Cavs are a 10-point favorite. We don't even need to do an odd of the day. Here's the simplistic form. The odds makers think that the Cavs are going to wipe the floor with the 76ers. The Cavaliers are coming off a big win against the Milwaukee Bucks last night. Bucks were riding high. They had won the NBA Cup. They were on fire. They've definitely turned it around since the start of the season. And the Cavs went in there last night and they pretty much smacked the Milwaukee Bucks. So both of these teams are on a back-to-back, second of a back-to-back. The Cavs have won 7 out of their last 8 games. They are playing really good basketball. A couple things to note about the Cavaliers, and give me your thoughts in the chat. Do the Sixers have any chance to win this game? What percentage chance are you giving the Sixers to win this game? We'll get to our final predictions in just a few minutes, but the Cavaliers, in my opinion, at least from watching a few of their games and seeing the way they're operating, right? Because they have the same squad as last year, pretty much. They added a couple bench pieces, but, you know, their core revolves around 2 really crafty guards in Donovan Mitchell and Darius Garland, right? And then they have the 2 interior bigs who can do different things and kind of complement each other. They go the non-traditional route and kind of have almost, in a way, 2 centers. I know Mobley's not a center, but, you know, he used to play more like a center. So, you know, they have Evan Mobley and Jared Allen. So they play 2 bigs and 2 really small, crafty guards next to each other. Very non-traditional. But what really works for them, and the main statistic I look at this season when I try to evaluate the Cavaliers, is that they are shooting 40% from 3 as a unit. That's almost unheard of this early in the season, man. Cleveland Cavaliers are shooting 40% from 3 as a team. You go up and down the roster. For example, the leading scorer on the Cavaliers is obviously Donovan Mitchell. Do you know how many points he's putting up per game? 23. They don't even have that MVP figure. They don't even have that, like, standout guy that you have to game plan for, solely put all the pressure on him. They are gelling so well as a team on both sides of the ball. They're 10th in the league in defense. Sixers are actually giving up less points per game. They've had a really good defensive stretch, but when it comes to the offensive side of the ball, Cavs are number 2 in the NBA right now. They have probably about 6 to 7 guys who can knock down at a high clip, and they're just a bunch of run and gun type of players. Mitchell's above 40%. Garland's above 40%. Mobley's right at 40%. LeVert's 47%. Ty Jerome off the bench, 45%. Isaac Okoro's almost at 50%. Like, these guys can just knock down a lot of shots, and that's how they're going to try to beat you, right? So they have 2 kind of dynamics that they play. They play the interior game, right? The switchable bigs, and Jared Allen is a great shot blocker, and Evan Mobley can kind of do a bunch of everything. And I think Evan Mobley taking that step this year and becoming a better shooter and a better, well-rounded offensive player has allowed the Cavs to really gel together. So that's the one thing I look at when I look at the Cavaliers. And then on the defensive side of the ball, they are actually one of the best teams in the league against, what was it? What was the stat? Just had it pulled up. Don't know where it went. But yeah, defensively, they're a solid team. They're not a great team, but they're a solid team, very switchable. You got to try to target their guards, but they have some wings as well that I think complement the bigs. But offensively, you're going to have a really tall task. If the Sixers can stop this team offensively and limit some of those guys getting out easy, you know, for wide open threes, which the Sixers have had trouble with, then maybe they can put up a fight. But they're going to have to play quick. And if you go back to the last game that these teams played, the first matchup, Paul George, Tyrese Maxey, and Joel Embiid, not Jared Allen. What am I saying? Joel Embiid, Tyrese Maxey, and Paul George were all out in that first matchup. And the Sixers almost took down the 12-0 Cavs. Why was that? Well, for one, Jared McCain had a breakout game. He had 34 points. But even on top of that, it was the way the Sixers were playing, right? They were playing freely, comfortable. They were getting out quick. They were matching the tempo, the pace of the Cavaliers. They're one of the quickest teams in the NBA. So that's what I'm expecting to see tonight. And for the people out there in the chat asking, is Joel Embiid playing tonight? No, he is not. They ruled him out right after the game last night. So, you know, have your opinions in the chat. Go through the whole Embiid cycle. I know they're going to do that. I said last night on the post-game show, shout out to everybody who stayed here with me. We will take phone calls tonight. I said on the post-game show last night that if Joel Embiid and Paul George both did not play tonight, I would be highly frustrated. I did not figure Joel would play tonight after playing 31 minutes last night. He had 34 points, and I get it, right? They were trying to ease him back in. He was a 1 week removed from a broken sinus, and he still has a bum knee. So I understand people that are frustrated that he's not playing tonight. I think it would have been kind of throwing him back in the fire. And I also don't think people have given him enough credit for suiting up yesterday and actually playing hard through a lot of injuries. But with that being said, I expected him to be out. However, Paul George is in tonight. Paul George is in tonight, ladies and gentlemen. And I think that this is a staple Paul George opportunity because he was awful last night. There's been games this season where Paul George looks really competent, and then there's other games where he looks like just an absolute non-factor. I know he's contributed defensively, but shot making has to be there tonight. Paul George, obviously his defense is going to have to be good. He's going to have to take a lot of the load off Maxey tonight, right? No McCain, no Embiid. Paul George has to be the guy tonight. And I'm sitting here looking at it, for Paul George to have one of those nights. If the Sixers want any chance to contend in this ball game tonight, it's going to be a tough one. Paul George has to be what they brought him here for, what we saw a couple games ago, the 33-point Paul George. So those are my main takeaways on the game. Give me your thoughts down in the chat, guys. We got 160 people in here already. Do me a solid, man. Let YouTube know that we are here, that we are live. The way to do that, and all I ask is that you go down below and you like the show, man. Like the stream. That's all I ask. It takes half a second. Get us to 100 likes so we can wake up the neighbors. Matter of fact, I think I need a little waking up. I mean, back-to-backs are tough as it is. And unlike some people, I'm going to come back here and do a back-to-back. So we're good, man. Got the Spurs on Monday, Celtics on Wednesday. The schedule is getting harder. And the Sixers have to, show that they can actually compete with this team tonight. So we will see what they can do. But give me all of your thoughts in the chat. Get us up to 100 likes, man. We got a lot to talk about. We will be here all night, pregame, live game, and postgame. But I guess my main question of the chat is, who is going to have a night tonight for either team? For the Sixers, for the Cavaliers, who is going to cook tonight? Ladies and gentlemen, who is going to lead this game in points tonight? I want your predictions in the chat, and I want to know how many points they are going to have. It is officially Who is Cooking, presented by Kook Burger and Bar. Shout out to our great partners over at Kook Burger and Bar. Check them out in Center City, Philly, right off 21st and Market Street. Perfect place to go. Get a nice meal, hang with some people, bring the family, watch some games on the big screen, and just hang back. They have a ton of games you can play there. They, just really good vibes and a really good atmosphere right there in Center City. So go check them out, man. Let them know RB sent you, and go hang out at the Kook Beach, enjoy a nice burger, a nice milkshake, and enjoy some big-time games on Philly game day. Shout out to Kook Burger and Bar. Who is cooking tonight? Well, last night I picked Paul George. And I was obviously way off. I was way wrong. Paul George was like, 2 for 12 last night? He was awful. So, yeah, I'm going to pick Paul George tonight. I know I'm maybe going out on a limb here. My, head tells me, hey, pick somebody on the Cavaliers. Pick Donovan Mitchell, pick Darius Garland. I do feel like it's going to be a Donovan Mitchell game. If I wasn't picking Paul George, I would pick Donovan Mitchell. But the Sixer fan in me wants to say that there's a little bit of hope tonight. So I'm going to pick Paul George, and maybe I'm just blindly out here looking like a fool. But I'm going to say Paul George is going to cook tonight. So, ladies and gentlemen, who is going to cook tonight? Who will be the leading scorer in tonight's game, and how many points will they have? Drop them in the chat. Let me know your thoughts, man. I'm going to say Paul George leads tonight's game. He goes off in Cleveland and shocks the world and drops 33 points tonight. I'm going to say Paul George for 33. What do you guys think, man? Shout out to Kook Burger and Bar. Let's see. Mobley and Maxey, says Reek in the chat. Someone said PG8. Brian says Maxey with a 50-piece tonight. Kay says Evan Mobley is cooking us tonight with a 30-piece. Daniel says evening. What's up, Daniel? Zion, what's good? Shout out to the members. Secret, what's up, brother? I Show Key in the chat. What's up, Show Key? We got you, man. Relax. All my members in here, drop those emojis so I can shout you out, man. If you want to become a member, and you want to support the brand and me, become a channel member, $3.99 per month, $3.99. Get all the emojis, loyalty badges, and much more. We got merch dropping soon, so you'll get merch discount codes and a whole bunch of stuff. I'm taking Paul George for 33 points tonight. And if he doesn't cook tonight, I'm going to say Donovan Mitchell drops a 42-piece. But I'm gonna have a little bit of confidence in the 76ers, and I hope they do not prove me wrong. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Who do you think is going to lead tonight's game in points? All right, man. Couple minutes away, so we got to get our final predictions here. Ladies and gentlemen, drop your final score prediction in the chat. Final score prediction tonight. Sixers without Joel Embiid on the second of a back-to-back on the road. Can they do what they did last time against Cleveland and somehow make this a competitive game and try to find a way to battle the 24-4 Cavaliers? Maybe we're just oblivious to the fact that this is not a good matchup for the 76ers. I mean, the Cavs do everything that the Sixers, are weak at. They're 15-1 at home. So although I'm going to pick Paul George to be the leading scorer tonight, I think the Cavs are more well-rounded. I think they're a complete team. I just talked for 10 minutes about why they are so good this season. So I'm not going to be blind to that, right? I'm going to be honest, and I think the Cavs are going to pull away late, and I think they're going to win this game pretty handily. I wish the Sixers can get to a point here in the next couple weeks where they get everybody on the floor consistently, but unfortunately, we're not there still. No McCain, no Joel Embiid. I'm going to say the Cavs, who are second in the league in offense right now, have an offensive showing. And I think they're going to put up 119 points. And I think the Sixers will try, but will come up short. So I'm going to say 119-103. Cavs get a W tonight, and they get another big win at home. 119-103 Cavs is my prediction tonight. Give me your thoughts in the comments. Secret says, RB, I'm actually early for once. Shout out to the work break. Let's go, Secret. Welcome in, man. Yo, we got 68 likes. Can we get to 100, man? Come on, don't slack tonight, man. Don't slack tonight. Takes half a second. Help your boy out, man. We give you this content every single game. We are live for 4 hours per game. We give you a 25-minute pregame show. We give you a 3-hour live show. And then we give you an hour post-game show. Back to back to back. We got you covered across all platforms. So do me a huge solid, man, and support the show. We got a late one tonight, 8 p.m. start time here on the East Coast. What is your final prediction? I see another thing I want to say, man, is I need you guys to get active in the comments. I know that we have Sixer fans here. Obviously, we have other teams' fans. And I know the Sixers are frustrating to watch right now because you don't know what you're getting from night to night. But here's the good thing, man. I believe in you guys. You believe in me. We're here every game, no matter what. And we always have a good time. We always have a good time, man. So that's the beauty of it. We drop content almost every day in the form of pre-recorded videos, live streams. So we got you covered, man. And whether things are amazing or whether they are devastating, we are going to keep the coverage up. We have some big things in store for the new year. So, yeah, man, stay locked in with us. Keep supporting. Share it around. You know the vibes, man. You know the vibes. All right, let's read some of the predictions. Jason in the chat. What's up, Jason? He says 114-107 Cavs. Dave says 116-95 Cavs. Sixer Alex is 126-98 Cavs. Even Sixer Alex is picking against the Sixers, man. Even Sixer Alex is not picking the Sixers. Jim says 109-103 Sixers. Jim picking the upset. I knew somebody was going to. AD says PG with a 24-piece tonight. Maxi 30+. Lawrence says 110-107 Sixers. T-Miles in the chat. What's up, T-Miles? Says, I think we lose the game, but I think we will fight hard. I show Key dropping the yes, sir emojis. Philly Rich says, without Jared McCain, I'm going to say 127-103 Cavs. Ryan Rowe. What's up, Ryan Rowe? Longtime viewer. 130 to 102 Cavs. Jim says Yabusele with 25 tonight. He's been playing a really good ball. Don Boyle says Sixers win 105-104 on a game winner. Let's go, baby. Let's go, man. Secret says 104-98, we get a W. John says 116-103 Cavs. I Show Key says 110-108 Sixers. Ego 118-116 Sixers. I can't believe you guys are actually picking the Sixers, man. You got to love the fandom, though. You got to love it. You got to love it, man. Couple players I'm looking at for the Sixers tonight. Obviously, Paul George, Tyrese Maxey, but Kelly Oubre's been on a heater lately. Yabusele's been playing well. Unfortunately, Nick Nurse has KJ Martin back in the starting lineup again tonight. I just don't understand. To be honest with you. I know KJ's been playing good ball, but it's like, hey, man, I would go with Yabusele. But anyway, and the one thing that I talked about last night that almost blew the game again is that Nick Nurse is going to play Kyle Lowry and Eric Gordon together. So we can expect to see Lowry and Gordon play together, which will result in some very bad basketball. So that's where I'm at. Used to it. I got overly frustrated last night again. I know it's coming. I should not be surprised. But anyway, man, that's what we got. Julius is 106 to 103. Clark's is 118, 116 Sixers, 123, 104 Sixers. Yeah, you guys are getting out of hand now, man. Now we're just picking blindly. But anyway, hopefully they can pull off an upset. That would be amazing. We'll see what they can do. We got 180 people in here, 90 on the like button. How do we not have 100? All I ask, man, is that y'all hit the thumbs up, support our channel. We keep it real every single game. Drop the beat, man. Drop the beat. Second of a back-to-back. Philly take with RB. We've been bringing you the coverage for 5 years, man. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. Drop the beat, baby. Saturday Night Hoops in Cleveland. Cleveland, this is for you. The Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse. Cavs are playing good ball, man. Let me ask you guys a question right now in the chat. Welcome in Sixer Game Day Live, presented by Kook Burger and Bar, powered by BetUS. Let me ask you guys a question, man. Do you believe in the Cavs as a title contender right now? Because as good as they've played, man, I still feel like the Celtics are far and beyond everybody else. I know the Cavs haven't played a lot of tough teams, but got to give them credit, right? They've been playing good. I just don't feel like the Cavs are the best team right now. I think it's the Celtics, and I think if those two played in a playoff series right now, I think the Celtics would beat them in 5 or 6 games. It's also been a very weird season in the NBA, so we'll see what happens. We'll see. Corey says 122-89 Cavs. Jeff says Drummond 30 and 10 tonight. Who else we got? Lawrence Green, what's up, bro? I Showkey says gotta have faith. Rob says Mad Max with a 45-piece. Sixers 108-105. Arcadia says, yeah, their defense is solid. The season is practice. Tika says, at this point, I feel like Nick Nurse has a grievance and is sabotaging the team wanting to be fired. Dave says, are you going to give the neighbors a break? Well, it depends on the chat, man. Depends on the chat. Do we have 100 likes? We're 1 away. Get us to 100. Ladies and gentlemen, if the Sixers win tonight, I will go to the neighbor's house and I will knock on their door right now. I will knock on it and I'll say, hey, Sixers are winning it all. If the Sixers somehow upset the Cavs tonight, I hope this does not turn into a bloodbath, but I think the Sixers are going to get it done. I'm kidding. No, I don't. I'll try to have some faith, man. I'll try to have some faith, but no, it's going to be a tough one tonight. It's going to be a tough one tonight. Moises says nobody is picking the Sixers. I'm picking them, even though it's crazy. 107-106. Let's go, Moises. Let's go, man. Showkeese has got to have faith with the Sixers. It's hard to have faith, man. It's hard. Like I said, I'm looking at Paul George tonight. He's got to have the game. Paul George has to rebound from whatever the heck that was last night. He's got to have a statement game. So we'll see, man. Sixer Alex has watched OKC. They're balling too. OKC's really good, man. They're really good. Banj in the chat. What's up, Banj? Shout out to the members, man. If you guys want to become a member, hit that join button down below. Support us, man. We've been having a lot of trolls lately, so I don't know how many comments I'm going to read. You know what I mean? And we got points where the chat gets dead, and all I see is the highlighted comments, man. So shout out to the members. Shouts out to the members. We will not be showing any game coverage tonight. That is against copyright, but what we do give you is a live game call of what is going on. We give you the live analysis as it happens. We give you a pregame, live game, and postgame coverage, and a halftime show as well. So join the Discord if you want to call in after the game. Game should be starting momentarily here. We got 100 likes, man. We got 100 likes. Drop the yes sirs in the chat, baby. Drop the yes sirs in the chat. I need to see everybody, though. I'm going to hit the horn. I want to wake up the neighbors, man. I need y'all to hit that yes sir in the chat. Drop a yes sir for the one time. Every 100 likes, we let it fly, baby. We let it fly. We let it fly. Wake them up, man. Wake them up. Yes, sir. Woo! Let's go, baby. Woo! Let's go, baby. Yes, sir. Drop it in the chat. Shout out to the members in here, man. I Show Key in the building. Don Boyle, what's good? Who else we got up in here, man? Where's the members? Rob O'Neill, what's up, Rob? Let's go, baby. No Joel Embiid tonight. No Jared McCain. Joel played last night. Played 31 minutes. Dropped 34 points. He'll be out tonight. But Paul George finally plays a back-to-back. First back-to-back of the season for Paul George. Here are your starting lineups for the Sixers. Tyrese Maxey, Kelly Oubre, KJ Martin, Paul George, and Andre Drummond. For the Cavaliers, it'll be Donovan Mitchell, Darius Garland at the 2, Dean Wade, Jared Allen, and Evan Mobley. Let's go, Sixer Nation. Welcome in. Get the other scoreboard fired up here in just a second. Let's go, man. Do they have a chance to win this game? Do they have a chance to win? Not going to get overly excited. We'll see what happens. But, yeah, man. Yeah, man. Let's see. Where are we at with it, though? Where are we at? Sixers rocking the red unis. You got Cleveland rocking their black unis tonight. Hold on, we'll get this other scoreboard up here in just a second. Here's Paul George from the corner. First shot is missed. Cavs down the other end. It's Garland with the quick floater. And the Cavs are on the board. Let's get these stats up. Here's KJ Martin getting the start. He's going to turn it over. Stolen by Dean Wade. Donovan Mitchell out to Dean Wade, and Maxey comes from behind and takes it back. Here come the 76ers. Maxey going to pull up a 3. Cha-ching! Tyrese Maxey picking right up where he left off last night. Here's a 3-ball from Cleveland, no good. Rebounded by Andre Drummond, who gets the start. Where the heck? And another 3-ball for the 76ers. Maxey knocks it down. He's on fire to begin. Other miss by the Cleveland Cavaliers. Hold up. I'm trying to get this other scoreboard up. Hold up. This time it's too strong for Maxey. Here come the Cavaliers. Mitchell down the lane goes up, and he missed the scoop. Here come the 76ers. Dude, what is going on with this? There we go. Other miss by the Sixers. Here come the Cavaliers. Hold on. Let's get this out here. Boom. There we go. Another miss by Cleveland. Slow start for them, just like last time. Maxey goes right into the hole. Yo, Tyrese is on fire. Tyrese Maxey's on fire. We got a timeout on the floor. Maxey's chirping at the official. What a drive by Maxey. I'll tell you what, man, Tyrese Maxey is he's become a lot more of a talker in terms of the officiating this season. But how about Tyrese with the first 8 points for the 76ers? Drop some Maxey emojis in the chat. He is on fire, just like last night. Tyrese Maxey leads the Cavaliers 8-2. He's come out on fire with a vengeance. This is what I've asked to see from Tyrese Maxey, and I think there's definitely a big realization knowing that Joel Embiid is not playing tonight. Like Maxey, is taking it upon himself. Like, hey, I got to come out here and make a statement in this game. So shout out to Tyrese Maxey. Play a completely different game without Joel, So Tyrese Maxey, 3 for 4. He's got 8 points. Yeah, I need to see you guys in the chat, man. We got 220 people in the building tonight. Happy Saturday evening. Welcome on in, man. Guys, get this to 200 likes. Get it to 200 right now. Get it to 200. Good to see Maxey on fire to begin this game. Let's go, man. Let's go. Good start for Philly, or at least for Tyrese. We got Secret Underdog the Gamer in the building. Don Boyle, AG. Shout out to the members. Chris says, put some respect on that like button. Let's go, man. Let's do it. Let's do it. Tell you what, though, man, Tyrese did this last night, and then he went cold for a couple quarters. So once they start adjusting to him, he's going to have to figure it out, Tyrese had 40 against the Hornets. Last night he had, how many did he have last night? Embiid had 34. Maxey had, I know he cooled down. I think he had like 25 maybe. How many did Maxey have last night? Jared Allen tries to find Mobley backdoor, and it's stolen away. Here come the 76ers. Paul George taking it to the rack. PG kicks it out. KJ Martin now. I think Caleb Martin's actually available tonight, by the way. So Caleb Martin should be back coming off the bench, and this time Maxey's going to turn it over. Dean Wade out to Garland. Garland going to find Donovan Mitchell, spots up in the corner. Can't get the 3-ball. So the Cavaliers not finding the hole so far, man. Drummond down the other end, and it was turned over. Bad pass. Here come the Cavaliers. Donovan Mitchell going to Euro step, finds Garland, drives baseline, and he stepped out of bounds. Yeah, this is crazy, man. Maxey had 23 last night. This is actually crazy because this is what the Cavs did last time they played Philly. Embiid, Maxey, and Paul George were out a couple weeks ago when these teams played, but Sixers almost took them down because of Jared McCain. So let's go, man. Guys, drop some comments in here, man. Get active. Let's go. It's Saturday night. Wake up. You guys are acting like the neighbors right now. Paul George going to kick it out. KJ Martin from the wing. Come on, you got to hit that. Kelly tried to slam it back, and that one missed. Here come the Cleveland Cavaliers. Darius Garland going to start, stop, kick it out. Mobley pump fakes to the corner, now finds Mitchell wide open for three, and it is money. Tyrese Maxey lost in the sauce, and it is a 3-point game. Come on, you got to take advantage of these, this slow start by the Cavs. 7:55 to go here in the first. Maxey going to find Paul George. Paul George working one-on-one. Now he's going to pull up the J and knocks it down. Gives the Sixers 10 points on the evening. And now Kelly Oubre going to force the turnover. Nice defense on behalf of Kelly. Right up in the grill of Donovan Mitchell. Got in some active hands there. Here's Tyrese again, looking to attack now Paul George. Drummond spots up in the corner. They're going nobody in the paint. PG pulls up the J. Got it to go. Nice shot. Off balance by Paul George. Good start out of PG. Garland going to find Dean Wade. Back up to Darius Garland. One-on-one against Paul George. Switches to the right hand. Finds Dean Wade. Back to Garland up top. 8-7 on the shot clock. Garland drives through the lane and lost control of the basketball. Stolen away by the Philadelphia 76ers. Oubre up the floor. Going to stop on a dime. Pulls up a three. Too much on it. Off the back iron. Picked up by Cleveland. And here come the Cavs. Only 5 points through the first 5 minutes for Cleveland. A very slow start for an offensive juggernaut. Mitchell to Mobley. Drives back door. Goes up to Allen, and he could not put it through. No whistle. Allen looking for the foul. Didn't get it. Here come the 76ers. PG, Maxey thinks three. Now drives in, kicks it out. Oubre in the corner for three. Cha-ching! Kelly! Mitchell down the other end. High with the layup and got it to fall. Yo, Kelly is cooking as of late, man. Jorge in the chat. What's up, bro? What's up, Jorge? Thank y'all for being here, man. Sixers are starting to cook now. Caleb Martin and Yabusele getting ready to check in. Caleb Martin, first game back. I think he's missed 3 or 4 games. Maxey going to miss the layup. KJ, the rebound, goes right up with it. And the Sixers lead it by 10. It's crazy. This is what I mean, man. Like, the Cavs don't scare me. I know they're going to go on a run at some point, but it's like, damn, bro, they're playing like trash. Ladies and gentlemen, yes or no in the chat. Is Kelly Oubre back? Yes or no? I think Kelly Oubre is back, man. Here are the Cleveland Cavaliers. Darius Garland up top behind the back. He's got Caleb Martin going to pull up a three, fading away and drills it. What a shot by the young phenom guard. All-star Darius Garland. Really cool story for Garland. Said he was depressed, didn't like basketball after his last big injury, and now he's back playing some really good hoops. And Maxey going to miss the high layup. Here come the Cavaliers driving down the floor. They got it on the break. Allen drives to the rim. And Andre Drummond slaps him on the wrist. It's an and one for Jared Allen. Andre Drummond out of position. Didn't see Allen crashing the lane. And he gives him 2 with another one coming up at the line. Philly for Life says, wonderful commentating, RB. Zoom vibes. Wow, that is humbling, man. Shout out to my dude, Philly for Life. Thank you, man. I really appreciate that. Tombstone Jones says, RB's better than the broadcast commentary. Facts is facts. Appreciate that, man. Very kind words from the chat out there, man. I'm just trying to give you my sense and my passion as a fan and create a community where we can all watch the games together and just have fun, man. Here's Kelly Oubre, drives down the lane, finds an open space, goes up and in. Are they going to give it to him? They do. Drop the ones in the chat. Drop the ones in the chat.
Yes, sir.
And one, Kelly! Woo! Every time we get an and one, ladies and gentlemen, we need to see those ones flying in the chat. Let's go, Kelly. Ladies and gentlemen, Kelly Oubre is back, man. This dude is playing like a hooper right now. This is who they signed last year. Oubre going to knock it down, and one is good. Ladies and gentlemen, I said last year, man, I was the first one on the Kelly signing. Got him on a minimum. He played amazing ball. Really found his place here in Philly. He had a devastating start to the season. Awful start as Allen cuts off the pick and roll. He's going to beat Kelly to the rim. 20-14. Karis LeVert in for the first time for the Cavaliers. But look, man, Kelly's been playing some really good ball lately. He's been playing some really good basketball. Got to give him credit for turning it around. Now he goes to the floor, lost control, but Caleb Martin comes to scoop it up, and another foul. Actually, it's going to be a timeout by Nick Nurse. Pete says RB is the GOAT of Sixers broadcasting. Thank you, man. Very humbled, man. Very humbled. Thank you. 260 people. If you guys do agree with that and you like this show, all I ask is that you go down below and like the stream. That helps YouTube know that, one, we are live because they send out noties at different times. And two, it tells other fans that you enjoy this show. So it's more likely to recommend this stream to other fans. So do me a favor, like the stream, help us out. Where are we at on the subscribers, man? We're trying to get to 41K. Trying to get to 41K. So subscribe to the channel, man. We do this every single game. We call games live, pregame, live game, and postgame. So we give you 3 different shows in one stream. We drop regularly scheduled videos, regularly. Don't know why it said it like that. We do call-in live streams. You can call in on the postgame. We give you all the coverage that you need as a Sixer fan, as a suffering Sixer fan, or as another fan just tapping in to hear the opposition's takes. So we welcome everybody, man. Lawrence Green in the chat. Will, what's going on? Says, what channel is the game on? You know, we watch it on NBC Philly, man. It's on the local broadcast tonight. Sean says, Maxey, Paul, and Oubre 75 combined. Kelly's been balling, man. Kelly's been hooping. Somebody said Minivan in the chat. Shout out to Minivan. If you guys have been here for a while. Actually, matter of fact, let me know who's been here for a while, man. Let's do our segment. If you guys are returning, if you're a returning viewer, drop return in the chat. If this is your first time watching us, drop the word new so we can shout you out and welcome you into the family. And if you've been watching for years, drop OG in the chat. All the OGs know that George Niang was our first interview ever on this platform. So we always got a soft spot for George Niang. Shout out to the Minivan. Still cool with him to this day, man. Shout out to him. Talk to him sometimes. He's a cool dude, man. Shout out to the Minivan. I do miss the Minivan on this team. I can't lie. Can't lie. Christopher Henry says Sixers office will be calling RB with offers one of these days. Appreciate that, man. That would be the goal. You know, that'd be the dream right there. I mean, I'm living the dream right now, but that would be amazing. Imagine that. Imagine that. Shout out to Yak in the chat returning, Throwing returning, Sam new viewer this season, Lexi returning, I Show Key, OG in the chat. Jim been here for 3 years. What's up, Jim? Chrissy Ish. What's up, Chrissy? First time on the channel this season. Shout out to Chrissy. Long time member. Where you been? Maxey finds Ricky Council in for the first time. Ricky the fadeaway. And he's fouled. Ladies and gentlemen, Nick Nurse going to Ricky Council. Nick Nurse going to Ricky Council. Let's go, man. Let's go. Yo, let's go, Ricky. George Niang talking smack to the Sixers bench. Never changes, man. Never changes. Ricky Council in at the first substitution. You got to love it. Last night, Ricky Council had 7 points in 4 minutes. He was amazing. And then Nick Nurse decided to go to Kyle Lowry and Eric Gordon to start the fourth quarter. And they almost blew the game last night. But anyway, we got Yak in the chat, OG. Real Scott OG in the chat. Tombstone returning in the chat. Thanos OG. I Show Key OG. Rian returning. Who else? We got Malik new in the chat. What's up, Malik? Welcome to the family, man. There's Darius Garland driving downhill. Finds Niang going baseline. George Niang tried to lob one up. No can do. 22-14 now is the score. Maxey going to step back. Oh, we got him. Maxey for three. What a shot. Tyrese Maxey.
He's on fire.
Oh, my gosh. That was disgusting. Oh, my gosh. That was disgusting. Here's George Niang. Spots up a three, and the minivan is turned on. Heating up now, apparently. Wow. Wow. Woo. Sam Merrill in for the Cavs for the first time. That's who Maxey just got on that step back. Here's Maxey again, going to blow by three defenders, goes up and couldn't get the finish. But here come the Cavaliers down by 8. Garland in transition, a deep three. Can't get it to fall. Allen smacked by Oubre. Cavs get it back. Niang finds Merrill. Spots up a three. That one's short. Allen fighting again. Merrill another opportunity. And another brick three-pointer. Cavs can't find the hoop right now. Ricky Council just got shoved to the ground. Are you serious, Tony Brothers? You're sitting there right in front of it watching. Ricky Council thought it went out on the Cavs. How is that not a foul? How is that not a foul? Wow. Shout out to Sixers Sam in the building. Secret Underdog the Gamer. Chrissy Ish finally returning to the chat. What's up, Chrissy? We need all the OG members back in here, man. I know some of them don't care about the Sixers right now, but they'll be back, man. They'll be back. Easy 2 for the Cavs. Here come the 76ers. Caleb Martin, Yabusele. Here's Tyrese Maxey. 2:43 to play in the first quarter. Yabusele. Kelly Oubre behind the back. Oubre going to step back. Finds Caleb Martin returning from injury tonight. Martin switched on to Mobley. He drives right into the paint. Goes up. Reverse layup. Got it with the crafty finesse finish. What a play by Caleb Martin. Mitchell going to pull up a quick three, and he knocks it down. 27-22. 27-22 is the score. 2:10 to play here in the first quarter. Tyrese Maxey working against George Niang. He's going to dribble, drive. Maxey floats it up, and that one is short. Here comes Donovan Mitchell driving down the lane, goes up, kicks it out. Karis LeVert for three, and he drills it. And just like that, the Cavs are back. Shout out to the chat, man. Will says K9 got the bounce back. Here's Tyrese Maxey up at the top. 1:40 to play here in quarter number 1. It's 27-25. Maxey drives, finds Caleb Martin down low. Martin puts it up, and it is short. Mitchell going to stop, drive, blow by. He's fouled, and then throws it down. Are they going to call a continuation? They are. They are going to call the continuation. So Donovan Mitchell fouled by Caleb Martin. He throws it down. Just a beautiful deception of the eyes right there by Donovan Mitchell. Wow. Dude, what a play, man. It's just, that's high IQ. I don't know why Caleb Martin fouled him. Why did Caleb Martin foul him? All right, guys, we got 280 people in the chat. Do me a huge solid right now. Go down below. Like the show, man. Get us to 200 likes. We're over halfway there. Help us get to 200 so we can push this stream out to more viewers. Free throw is good. So the Cavs take their first lead 28-27, and they're on a 14-2 run. And that's why they're good, man. They can just heat up out of nowhere. I told you. I said they're going to go on a run. And as soon as I said that, they went on a run. Now Paul George is going to be fouled by Karis LeVert. We got trivia coming up here. Giga Chad, excuse me. Just dropped my damn phone on the keyboard. Giga Chad, if you are in the building, speak now or forever hold your peace. Giga Chad won last night. Let's see if he can make it 2 in a row tonight. We got Sixers trivia coming up here at the end of the first quarter. No Joel Embiid tonight, but the Sixers keeping it close here in the first quarter. They were up by a lot. Now the Cavs have battled back. Paul George dribble drive against Niang. Oh, he dropped him. He dropped him. PG dropped him. Oh. Yeah. Mitchell a three. It's short. Paul George just broke Niang's ankles. Oh. Here's Yabusele. Yabu. Maxi overthrew him. It's going to be out of bounds, turned over. Cavs basketball. Paul George just dropped George Niang. Might have shoved him a bit. And it's stolen away by the Sixers. They lead it by 1. 30 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Now it's taken back by the Cavs. And they are running the floor. It's going to be a wide open dunk for Karis LeVert. Cavs back on top. 20 seconds to play here in the first quarter. Time for one. Shot clock unplugged. Tyrese Maxey going to take a screen from Yabusele. Ricky Council, Caleb Martin, and Paul George sitting on the perimeter. Here's Maxey. He's going to get trapped. And a defensive 3-second on the minivan. The minivan going to get whistled. Looks like Giga Chad might not be here, man. Looks like we might have a new trivia winner. We'll see. 5 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Maxey going to knock down the free throw, and they'll get the ball back. All right, guys, come on. We need 30 more people, man. Like the show. Let's go, baby. Let's go. I'm trying to wake up the neighbors tonight, man. I'm trying to wake them up. Show RB some love, man. Show RB some love in the chat. Let's go. Four seconds to go here in the first quarter. Maxey turns, heaves, and it's way off. And we end the first quarter 30-30. 30-30. Guess we got a 30 for 30 going tonight. All right. So it is time for our Sixers second quarter trivia. We got a good question tonight, man. Giga Chad looking to make it 2 in a row. If you get it correct, you will hear this sound. First person to get it correct will be our trivia winner. Keep in mind, it's not only about getting the question right, it's about who can type it first. So get those keyboards ready, man. Get those keyboards ready. Okay. The trivia question of the day is, without going over, how many Game 7 appearances have the Sixers had in franchise history? Again, not wins, appearances. How many Game 7 appearances do the Sixers have in their franchise history? I know it's a tough spot for our 76er fandom, to talk about Game 7s. If nobody gets it correct, we will pick the answer that doesn't go over but is the closest. How many Game 7 appearances in Sixers history? Ain't looking this one up, man. Is a good question. We'll see who gets it correct. I'll let you guys comment in the chat, but welcome into Sixers Game Day Live, man. While you're just tuning in here, maybe hit the thumbs up, support our channel. Shout out to the Game Day Live show. Pregame, live game, postgame, every single game. All right, man, let's see who knows their stuff. Let's see if anybody got it in the chat. Let's see. Does anybody have it correct? Oh, somebody got it. Somebody got it. Ladies and gentlemen, the 76ers have played in 18 Game 7s in franchise history. 18 is the correct answer, and it's going to go to our channel member, Ego Emi Apologetics has the correct answer at 18. Ego, and everybody else, thank you guys for playing Sixers trivia every game at the start of the second quarter. I'm not going to tell you guys the record just so I don't make anybody upset, but 18 in franchise history. Isn't that crazy, man? It's a lot of game sevens. It's a lot of game sevens. Here are the Cavs to start quarter number 2. Ty Jerome in for the first time, throws up the oop, and it is thrown down by Evan Mobley. Here is Caleb Martin. Caleb Martin at the top, going to drive in, finds Kyle Lowry. You knew he was coming in. Here he is, Nick Nurse's favorite child. Caleb Martin, KJ Martin for 3. Cha-ching! KJ from the corner. KJ from the corner. Here's Ty Jerome. Guess you could call him a vet at this point, which is insane. It feels like he just got drafted last year. But Ty Jerome finding a nice spot on the Cavs bench. Niang tries to scoop it in with the left hand. No whistle and no bucket. Here come the 76ers. Paul George trying to get in his bag. Driving in, now steps back. Baseline PG. Can't get it to fall. Picked up by the Cavaliers. Here comes Ty Jerome. Sixers lead by 1. Yabusele guarding Ty Jerome. Jerome drives in, finds Mitchell. Sidestep in the corner. And he got it, leaning to his left. Donovan Mitchell. Had a feeling he was going to have a good game, man. But Donovan Mitchell is, he's going off already. Here's Kyle Lowry, guarded by Ty Jerome. Gets plucked. Let's go, Kyle. Let's go. You got to actually do something. Kyle drives in. Spins, opposite corner. Here's KJ Martin driving baseline against George Niang. Reverse layup, got it to go. Big time bucket out of KJ, man. Big time bucket. He's playing good basketball. Here's Donovan Mitchell, another 3. That one's off the mark. Merrill tried to hawk it down, could not. KJ up to Yabusele, the cherry pick and the slam. Yabu! Gershon Yabusele put a man on a poster last night. How about Gershon Yabusele? George Niang for 3. Can't get it to fall. Picked up by the Sixers. They lead it by 2. Here's Kyle Lowry. Finds a cutting Caleb Martin, and the oop is successful. Caleb Martin catches and taps it in for another 2. Keep on raining. Mitchell to the corner. Poked away. Cavs getting ready to make some substitutions. Let's go, man. Let's go. So far, they're playing good hoops. Playing good basketball, man. Let's go. We need 12 more likes. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome into the show. Thank you for being here every single game. I better not see Eric Gordon, man. I know he's coming, though. He's going to come in probably in like a few minutes. Evan Mobley drives to the rim, arcs it over Yabusele, and that one's going to be an easy bucket. No Joel Embiid tonight, so Yabusele will have to play some backup 5. Here's Kelly Oubre at the wing. Oubre crosses over, comes around a screen. Oubre trying to run a pick and roll with Yabusele, kicks it out. Kyle Lowry from 3, and that one is off the mark. Picked up by Cleveland. Here comes Mobley. Merrill taps it. Jerome chucks it from deep, and it falls. Like I said, man, Cavs are shooting 40% from 3 as a unit, which is insane. They got about 6 guys shooting over 40%. So you cannot take them lightly from the perimeter. Paul George. George going to drive in, goes up. He was fouled by Mobley, and PG will head to the charity stripe 4-2. Let's get some love for the channel members in the building, man. If you guys are a member, and everybody in here, drop some fire emojis. Drop some fire emojis, man. What's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? Drop some fires in the chat. Let me know you're in here, man. Get active in the comments. Matter of fact, let's drop some blue and red. Let's drop some blue and red in the chat. I want to know where Sixer Nation is tapping in. Let's go, man. I want to see all blue and red in the chat. Members, drop those Sixers emojis, man. If you guys want to become a member, get all the exclusive emojis, click the join button. $4 a month. Can't beat it. We got merchandise dropping to start the new year. You're going to get merchandise discounts if you are a channel member. Best merch we've ever dropped incoming. If you're not a Sixers fan, let us know who you're repping in the chat tonight. Let's go, man. Free throw's good for Paul George, by the way. 41-40. Tight game here in Cleveland. Sixers playing with some intensity, I'll be honest. Drummond just got shoved to the ground? No foul? No foul. Mitchell knocks down a three. Are you serious? Donovan Mitchell just shoved Drummond to the ground with his left arm. Nothing. Here's Andre Drummond going to go up with the left hook, and this time he can't get it to fall. Cleveland up by 2, 43-41. Here's Ty Jerome. Working against Kelly Oubre. Comes around a screen. Drummond in drop coverage. He watches Jerome go all the way to the rim. Can't hit the layup. Drummond's fighting for it. Come on, Drum. Grab the ball. PG behind the back. He's plucked on the other end of the floor. Now they're down on the floor, scrapping for it. And it's going to be a jump ball. I just don't understand Andre Drummond, man. Like some nights, like I said, he looks like he doesn't know what he's doing. Stepped on his foot and shoved him with the arm and nothing. Got Chrissy Ish in the building. Ego in the building. Lexi, AG, Dom Boyle dropping the blue and red. Ryan Rowe, what's up, bro? Shout out to Ryan Rowe. Sammy in the building. Sixers Sam. Thanos. Secret underdog. Let's go, man. Cavs lead it by 2. Here's Kelly Oubre. Oubre gets switched on to Jerome. Drives into the paint. Goes up. He was fouled on the floor by Ty Jerome. Bucket will not count. 7:26 to play here in the second quarter. It is a 2-point lead for the Cavaliers. Tyrese Maxey checking back in for Philly. Let's go. We need 7 more likes. We got 305 in the chat. Get us to 200 likes, man. Who is going to be number 200? Don't slack in the chat. Kelly Oubre going to find Tyrese Maxey. 4 on the shot clock. Maxey crosses, steps back from deep. Can't get it to fall. Drummond fighting for the rebound. Allen tried to save it off the shoulder. And he does throw it off the shoulder of Andre Drummond. So it's going to be Cavaliers ball. Drummond tried to battle for it. But Jared Allen beats him to the punch. 7 minutes to play here in the second quarter. Allen with a beautiful dribble handoff. Garland draws the foul, and they're going to call it on Kelly Oubre. Let's go, man. We got Chrissy Ish gifting 5 Philly Take memberships. Let's go! Woo! MVPs in the chat, man. Yeah. Chrissy, thank you for the love. Appreciate that very much. Very kind of you. Chips, I appreciate that, man. Let's keep growing the community. Shout out to Jeff Tezos, Eddie, K.A. Blam. Yo, my guy K.A. Blam, I forgot about him. What happened to K.A.? All the OGs, man. Where'd they go? My man K.A. just got his membership back, though. Jack City and Michael. Congratulations, y'all. See those emojis in the chat. Oh, and we got 200 likes. And we got 200. Let's go. Let's go. And we're lagging. You got to love it. And we're lagging. You got to love it. YouTube, don't take us out now, man. Don't take us out now, YouTube. I know we're lagging a little bit. But yo, we got 200 likes in the building. Drop them yes, sirs, man. Drop them yes, sirs. I want to see the new members. I want to see the old members. Chat is on fire, man. Drop those yes, sirs in the building. Let's wake the neighbors up. I think they just tried to mess with my internet, man. The neighbors just tried to mess with our internet. We can't let them have the victories, man. Let's go. Let's go. We're playing it twice. Twice. Wake them up. Wake them up. If the Sixers win this game tonight, I'm going to the neighbors. I'm knocking on their door, telling them to never mess with our internet again, and telling them that the Sixers are winning the championship. Let's go. Let's go. Can we get it to 300 likes now to save my sanity? We're all Sixer fans suffering together, man. We're all suffering together. On some real stuff, though, shout out to Chrissy Ish for gifting 5 memberships. Much appreciated. Let's go, man. Let's go. All right, man. Sixers are playing some good ball, man. Sixers are playing good hoops right now. Can they keep it up? First one is good for Garland at the line. Both good at the line for the Cavaliers. It's a 4-point game, 45-41. Still got 7 minutes to play here in this second quarter. Kelly Oubre going to find Tyrese Maxey. Hold on, let me read the substitutions, by the way. Oubre going to drive in physical to the rim. He's fouled. He's going to let off a roar. Kelly Oubre to the line for 2. In for the Cleveland Cavaliers is Jalen Tyson, 22 years old, out of Cal. 6'6", 215 pounds. He's a forward. Jalen Tyson, I think he was undrafted. In for the Cavaliers. Let's go, man. Oh, there he is. There he is. Eric Gordon in for the Sixers. I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming. First free throw missed. Let's go. Let's get this chat popping, man. Let's get this chat popping. Let's go. Let's go. Kelly Oubre second at the line, and it falls. 45-42 is the score. 6:36 to go here in the second quarter. Darius Garland around a quick screen, pulls up a 3, and that one drops as well. Darius Garland catching the heat here in the second quarter. It is a 6-point game now, courtesy of the Cavs. Paul George going to drive in, spin. Now try to find some space. Eric Gordon pump fakes the 3. Behind the back, Eric Gordon all the way. Eric Gordon! Eric Gordon looking like he turned the clock back about 6 years. Here's Jared Allen driving to the rim, goes up, missed it. And Jared Allen just tried to box out and let the ball go out of bounds. He thought it was going to be Cavs ball, but it actually is Sixers basketball. So a bad decision by Jared Allen. Okay, EG. Okay, EG. Show us what's in the bag, baby. Show us what's in that bag, EG. Another miss by the Sixers.
Sir.
Here come the Cavaliers, 48-44. Garland down the lane, kicks it back out. Pump fake, LeVert. Garland dribbling, steps back, drives into the lane, goes up short. Drummond can't get the rebound, and now fouled by Jarrett. And now Allen is fouled. Yeah, this is another one of those Drummond games, man. Another one of those Drummond games. Crazy, man. $10 super chat from Chrissy Ish. Yo, Chrissy is killing it in the chat tonight. Killing it in the chat. Good to have you back in the building, Chrissy Ish. Fire Take Goat says, yo, truthfully, it's been hard this season to keep up with the bipolar-ass team. I'm always here to support your work, RB. Chrissy, I hear you. I hear you. You know what I mean? So I can't blame you or any of the other diehard members. It's been tough to watch this team, quite frankly, but appreciate you supporting the show and appreciate everybody who constantly comes through to watch this team with me, even as bad as they have been. Appreciate that. PG drives, steps back. One bouncer out, and it's thrown away. Terrible pass by Paul George. LeVert going coast to coast. Easy bucket. And the Sixers are starting to lose. A lot of hope in this game, man. Paul George is not playing that well. Told you, this was a statement game for PG. He's not playing that good right now. 5 minutes to play in the first half. Here's PG again. Switched on to Jared Allen. 4:50 to go. Paul George, one-on-one. Drives in, pulls up from the elbow. Doinks it off the back iron, and here come the Cavaliers. 52-44. Garland up top. Doing that little start-stop hesitation. Allen up at the rim. Can't get it. PG the rebound. Here come the 76ers. Tyrese Maxey guarded by LeVert. On the wing. 16 on the shot clock. Maxey takes the pick from Drummond. Drives in. Steps back. Now he falls forward and lobs it high up into the air and gets it to bounce in. Nice crafty play by Tyrese. Here's Darius Garland, one bounce. Allen kicks it out. Dean Wade spots up and drills it. Cavs are just too good, man. They're just too good. Way too good, man. I told you, these guys can shoot. They can shoot, man. If you guys are going to rock with us all season, no matter what, do me a favor right now. Drop a fire emoji in the chat. I want to know who the diehards are. Because when the Sixers do get good again, and hopefully it's this season, we will remember the diehards, man. Drop some fires in the chat if you're rocking with us no matter what. Support us on all platforms, man. All the links down in the description. Paul George needs to step up, man. Yeah, I'm watching Paul George, man. That's why I didn't get hyped in the first quarter, because I'm kind of used to this formula now, you know. Sixers come out really hot to start games. They're like really enticed. And then, I mean, I know the Cavs are good, you know. I'm not trying to doubt their talent level. I don't think they're better than the Celtics, but the Cavs are good. They're 24-4 for a reason. You don't just go 24-4 just for shits and giggles. You know what I mean? Like, the Cavs are good. But the best part about their team is that they have 7 guys who could knock down from 3 at a high clip. So, yeah, you got to get out on shooters. You got to get out on shooters. Philly for Life dropping the fire in the chat. He's going to be rocking with us. Jeff Tezos dropping the fire. Don Boyle, Sixers Sam, iShowkey, Sam E. Like I said, man, as tough as it's going to get, it's good to know that we got the community rocking with us, man. Paul George needs to wake up right now, man. The Sixers need another scoring punch. And Drummond, by the way, has been absolutely terrible. I just don't get the disparity from Drummond. Like, one game he's amazing and one game he's terrible. And for the people in the chat asking if Adem Bona is available, I still think he is injured. I think Adem Bona is still banged up. I'm not exactly sure. I got to check the injury report, but he's been out for a handful of games. I don't even know what happened to Adem Bona. He said he had like some knee injury, and then we just don't hear about him. But they need to get him back, and I would start trying to give him some minutes because Andre Drummond is just not consistent enough, and I love Drummond, but... So here on ESPN, doesn't look like Adem Bona is on the injury report. Is Adem Bona available? I'm not seeing him here. I got to check the injury report. Sometimes ESPN doesn't have it right. And another steal by the Cavs. I'm telling you, this team likes to play up-tempo, in transition. They move the ball well. Another 3, Mobley. Bro, they don't miss. They don't miss. 58-46 now. Holy crap, man. Bro. Maxey gets doubled. Here's Gershon Yabusele. Eric Gordon with the basketball. Chucks a deep three, and Eric Gordon going to find an answer. Wow, what a shot by Eric Gordon. Evan Mobley going to dribble drive. He finds a way to the rim, and he was hacked by KJ Martin. Like I said in the pregame show, you guys tap in, man. Pregame, live game, postgame. Thank you to everybody who comes through for the pregame. What I said was, it's very surprising how the Cavs don't have anybody averaging over 23 points per game or 24 points per game, and they're this good. A lot of guys who can hit you from different ways, so they play really good team basketball, the Cavs do. Mobley going to miss the first free throw. Let me try to see if a Dembona is available. Second free throw is good. Hold on, let's see. Three ball from Gershon, and that one's going to find the hole. Gershon Yabusele makes it a 7-point game. Oh, yeah, you guys are right, man. You guys are right. Dembona was not on the injury report yesterday. So Dembona missed 4 games due to left knee tendinopathy. Mobley cuts backdoor. Yeah, it's time to get a Dembona in here, man. Time to get him in. It's time to get a Dembona some run. I don't understand why they don't give this guy an opportunity. It doesn't make sense to me. I don't get it. Here's Gershon Yabusele going to find Eric Gordon. Gordon back to Yabu. 3, 2. Yabu drives and lost it out of bounds, and it's going to be Cavs basketball. Let me ask you guys in the chat right now, who would you rather have at backup center? Yabusele, Drummond, or Dembona? Drop it in the chat. Here's Donovan Mitchell going to one-hand it to Mobley. Mobley against Caleb Martin, turns, fades, and drills it. Yo, Evan Mobley is playing really good ball this year, man. Now Caleb Martin going to get plucked down the other end. The Cavs are just increasing the pressure right now. Garland going to drive, finds a Mitchell on the wing, and he can't drill it. Cavs are just, they're everywhere. They're everywhere and everywhere. Caleb Martin wide open 3, and just not a good opportunity, man. Not a good attempt. Not a good attempt. Here's Mobley going to find Donovan Mitchell up top. Donovan Mitchell guarded by KJ Martin. And now Jared Allen going to get fouled by Yabusele off ball. Guys, I need a favor, man. I need everybody in here right now to spike the like button. I need you guys to tell YouTube. This is your way of telling YouTube that you enjoy the content. Do me a favor. Like the show right now. Tell YouTube that you're enjoying the content if you are. And help us get to 300 likes. Cavaliers 63 points with a minute to play here in the first half. Karis LeVert going to drive, goes in against Yabusele, can't get it. Mobley fighting for the rebound, and it's picked up by Ricky Council. Once again, Eric Gordon has played more minutes than Ricky Council, which I don't understand. Tweeted that out last night. They're going to keep doing it. 45 seconds to go here in the first half. Paul George, one-on-one. We need to see PG step up. He's got to have a big second half. PG for 3, missed it. Cavs pick it up. It's 5-on-3 or 4-on-3. Garland down low. Dude, did you see how fast they ran up the floor? They beat everybody up the floor. Here's Mobley in the low block. Kicks it out. Dean Wade taps it. Garland for 3. Bro, these boys don't miss. They don't miss. Holy smokes. Shout out to Kenny Atkinson, man. He's done a really good job with this Cavs team. They are playing a fast, quick. Everybody's got a quick release. They're all in their mid-20s. Take notes, 76ers. Ricky Council gets double-teamed, heaves up a three. Oh! Oh, what a shot by Ricky! Ricky! Oh, my gosh!
Yes, sir.
Wow. Ricky Council gets double-teamed. He steps back like Stephen Curry and launches it like a rocket ship. What a shot by Ricky Council to end the half. Holy crap. Holy crap. Dude. You know what, man? That's my takeaway. I think Ricky Council just summarized my one takeaway of the first half with that shot, which is play the young guys, stop playing the old guys. The Cavaliers, as I told you in the pregame show, are fast as hell. They all shoot threes. I want to see what their percentage is right now. Sixers are actually shooting 50% from three. Cavaliers are shooting 60% from three. That's how good they've been. 60% from three. As I said in the pregame show, Cavaliers can run and gun. They got a lot of shot chuckers. They're all just going to move the ball quick, play up tempo, and knock down threes. That's exactly what they've done. And hopefully the 76ers saw what Ricky Council just did to end that half and realized that they cannot, I repeat, cannot play Eric Gordon and Kyle Lowry in the second half. All right, man. That's where we're at. Welcome into the Sixers halftime live show, game day live show presented by Kook Burger and Bar, presented by BetUS. And as we always do, we welcome you into the halftime live show. The Sixers trail the Cavs 66-55. We got a whole other half of basketball coming up, but based on what the Cavs just did in that second quarter, that did not look pretty. You're going to have to find a way to stop some of these three-point shooters, but we'll see what they can do. If you guys are a channel member, drop some channel member emojis. If you're in here rocking with us, drop some comments, some thoughts. Give me your thoughts in the chat about how this game is going. Do the Sixers have any chance to win? And ladies and gentlemen, drop one word. Where's the Vocab Wizards at, man? Vocab Wizards, arise in the chat. Vocab Wizards. Step up in the chat, man. I need one word to describe this first half. One word to describe this first half. I'm going to give you my word, and I will read out a couple of the best words as well. But I got to let you guys know about our great sponsor of the show. It is Kook Burger and Bar. Ladies and gentlemen, look at that damn milkshake. Would you rather be here watching the 76ers and the old players play, or would you rather be at Kook Burger whipping up one of them milkshakes? I'll tell you what, man. That thing looks absolutely delicious, and at Kook Burger and Bar, you can go get one of those things. You can get a juicy burger, 100% fresh, never frozen ingredients, whipped up to perfection. They got great appetizers, tasty apps all game long, cold drinks, loaded fries. They got you covered with a bunch of incredible food selections, and they're not just a burger joint. Like I said, go get yourself one of those bad boys, man. Check out Kook Burger and Bar, where they are serious about fun food. Check them out on Instagram at Kook Burger Bar. Get an idea of all their, cool features and selections, and then go check them out. If you're in the city for a game, if you're visiting from out of town, or if you live in the city, go check them out. 21st and Market Street in Center City, Philly. Open 7 days a week. Let them know RB sent you. Hang out at the Kook Beach. Watch some games. Experience the vibes of the city. Grab some good food, man. Shout out to Kook Burger and Bar for partnering with us all season long. That thing's got me salivating. Looks good, man. Looks good. I'll tell you what else looks good, man. The Cavaliers three-point shooting. It's actually a work of art. It's actually a work of art, to be honest. I don't really have much to say about this first half. I'll give you my word of the first half, and it is simply overpowered. Sixers came out, striking in the first quarter, 30-30. They're going toe-to-toe. But the Cavs didn't really get going. You know what I mean? They didn't really get going. And once they started to heat up, they were moving the ball well. They just weren't hitting their shots. Once they started to go, I would love to know what the 3-point attempts were in that second quarter. I don't know how many the Cavs missed in that second quarter. They might have made like all but 2 of them. Once they got going and picked up the pace and started hitting these shots, there was nothing you could do about it. So my word of the first half is overpowered, because once the Cavs got going, they were just overpowered. I mean, like I said, they're shooting 60% from 3. 60. Let's look at their team, and then I'll read out some of the best words. Drop one word in the chat right now to describe this game. My word is overpowered. I need to see the vocab wizards out there. All right. Darius Garland, 3 for 4 from 3. Donovan Mitchell, 4 for 8 from 3. Mitchell's got 19 points. Evan Mobley, 12 points, 1 for 1 from 3s, 5 for 7 from the field. Mobley is the gel piece. He's been amazing. Jared Allen, 5 rebounds, 2 assists. I mean, you want to talk about playing as a team? I think the Cavaliers might have some of the best team chemistry in the NBA. They're playing good, man. They're playing really good. 60% from 3, 54.5% from the field. 21 rebounds, out-rebounded us, 15 assists, 7 steals, 7 turnovers, 15 points on the fast break. I mean, this team just doesn't, they just play very fundamental basketball. You got to give a shout out to Kenny Atkinson. Then we look at the 76ers. Tyrese Maxey once again comes out of the gate shooting with 14 points. Paul George, 3 for 9. I said this was going to come down to PG. It's a statement game. Statement game for Paul George, and he's not showing up so far. He's got to play better in the second half. I'll give a couple other takeaways here in just a second, but let me read out some of the words in the chat. Let's see. Sixer Sam says youngins. Philly for Life says youth. Andrew says trash. Lou says mediocre. Remo says hopeless. Well, it's not looking too bright in the chat, apparently. The real Scott says geriatric. Chrissy says, damn, my tooth hurts looking at that, but I'll take the burger. Shout out to Chrissy. Shout out to Kook Burger and Bar. Let's see. Meh, says Sixers, or Sam E. What else? Kenny Atkins is a good coach. Pizza's frustrating. Dom says what does that say? Precognition? Precognition. Shout out to Dom, man. Yo, he's always, I think Dom is the vocab winner of the chat, man. This dude's always coming through with some fire in the chat. What else we got? Philly says downtown. Michael says Adembona question mark. Hinky says aggravating. Dom says superior. Hinky says Nurse went small with Yabu at center when Jared Allen and Mobley were playing the 4 and 5. So that is the other takeaway I wanted to give here. Shout out to Hinky for reminding me. Andre Drummond, ladies and gentlemen, is not going to cut it. And I think I've finally arrived at that conclusion. I mean, I've had these thoughts, you know, and I say it every game. Like, one game, Drummond looks so locked in. He looks like what you paid him to be, which is the best backup in the NBA. And then other games, he looks 100% clueless. Like, he'll be out of position, shuffling his feet. He gets dropped on a three-pointer, even though he did kind of get shoved. He's out of place when guys are driving to the rack. So I'm at the point now where I'm ready to give up on Andre Drummond, at least for the full-time backup center. I know he's got to start tonight, and I know when you put guys in position that they're not used to being in, they don't play as well, yada, yada, yada. I don't care, all right? They signed Andre Drummond so that when Joel Embiid was injured, Drummond could come in and be the starter. And he has not played up to par. And the chat alerted me, shout out to the chat, that Adembona is back and available. So my question to Nick Nurse is, the guy who was playing amazing before he got injured, why isn't he in? But again, takes me back to the common theme. Why is Ricky Council only playing 6 minutes when he is miles better than Eric Gordon? Why is Eric Gordon playing 6 minutes? I know he's got 5 points tonight. I don't care. He's a negative. Kyle Lowry played 5 minutes. Had 2 assists. Whoop-de-doo. You know what's going to happen in the second half? It's going to be the same exact thing as last night, okay? They're going to get to the fourth quarter, if the game's even in reach by then. Or let's just say the second half of the third quarter. Tyrese Maxey's going to go to the bench. Kyle Lowry is going to come into the ballgame. Eric Gordon is going to come into the ballgame. And I'm not going to get mad at it anymore. I'm just going to continue to say the facts. I know you're strapped on the bench. I know there's not a lot of depth, but Ricky Council is so much better than Eric Gordon. Like, so much better. I would play Reggie Jackson over Kyle Lowry. I would play Jeff Doughton Jr. over him. I would play Adem Bona in the second half. You have to match the intensity of your opponent. And the Cavs are the quickest team in the NBA. You could see the way they play. Everybody touches the ball every possession, and they can knock down threes at an impressive clip. So my final takeaway of the halftime show here, if the Sixers want to make this game somewhat competitive, yes, Paul George has to play better. Yes, Maxey's got to pick up where he left off in the first quarter, but the young guys have to be unleashed. The young guys have to be unleashed. And I know what they're going to say in the chat and on Twitter. Oh, well, this is Joel Embiid's fault. He didn't play. Look, man, whatever you feel about that, I get it if you're mad that Joel didn't play tonight. You know what? I'm actually going to give you a take right here. I think the Sixers might look even worse with Joel tonight. Just because of how fast the Cavaliers play. Nothing against Joel. Maybe he could cook Jared Allen and Evan Mobley. But think about how slow they are with Joel on the floor. The Cavs are just running up and down the floor. Steal, transition, bucket, boom. I mean, even that one possession at the end of the first half, all 5 Cavaliers had ran down the floor and only 2 Sixers were down the floor. So anyway, man. Do I have a lot of hope about this game? Do you guys think the Sixers can win this game? Yes or no? Drop it in the chat right now. Do I think the Sixers can win this game? I'm going to say no. Can they make it competitive? Yes. But I don't have a lot of confidence. I picked the Cavaliers to win 119-103, and I think that's where we're trending in this game because I don't think Nick Nurse is going to play the young guys completely, and I don't think that Paul George, at least from what we're seeing right now, has it tonight. So that's where I'm at. We'll see what happens, though, man. We got a whole half of basketball. A lot of crazier things have happened. Thank you for being here in the Sixers Game Day live show. And we got you covered here in the second half and the post game coming up as well. So keep getting active in the comments, and we will be back momentarily and get ready for this second half. right, we are back, and the half just started. Cavs missed the first opportunity. Sixers down by 11, trying to claw back. Looks like Caleb Martin actually started the half. Hold up. Hold up now. Is Tyrese Maxey on the floor? Chrissy says, OMG, you guys enjoy the rest of the night. My dog is thrown up. Chrissy, hope your dog feels better. Chrissy. Ladies and gentlemen, where is Tyrese Maxey? There he is. Why was Caleb Martin on the floor? What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Garland goes right in for the layup. Ladies and gentlemen, what is Here's Tyrese Maxey one-on-one against Donovan Mitchell. Am I missing something here? Maxey steps back, puts up a 2, and that one is short. Here's Evan Mobley, guarded by KJ Martin. And that one's going to be a foul on the Sixers. Did Tyrese Maxey not start the half? Here's Darius Garland working against Maxey and Drummond. Kicks it out. Now Mobley against KJ Martin. 3 on the shot clock. Mobley threw it down. Holy crap. What the? Kelly Oubre for 3. That one is short, and the Sixers are falling apart. Oh my gosh. Did y'all see that? What the heck did Mobley again? All right, man. All right, call a timeout. Sixers are falling apart. It's now a 17-point game. Paul George puts up a 2, and that one is not even close. Drummond gets called for a foul. Yo, Evan Mobley just destroyed Andre Drummond. Mobley again. Drummond finally gets a rebound. Yo, am I tripping or was Maxey not in to start the second half for like one play? Oubre misses a layup. Drummond gets it back, misses a layup, tries to get it back again, and it's out of bounds. It's time to get Drummond out of here, man. Time to get him out. Got to put the young guy in. I'm tired of this veteran experience and, let's play the guy just because he's paid more. Nah, we need to get him out now. He's got to go now. PG drives in and another foul. It's going to be on Paul George. Three ball from Garland, and that one is wide open. Cha-ching. Now Nurse calls a timeout. So it goes from an 11-point game to a 20-point game. Cavs go on a 9-0 run. All right, ladies and gentlemen. I knew I'm not tripping. I knew I wasn't tripping. Hold up now. Hold up. I'm trying to confirm. Okay, yes. I'm not tripping. Yo, what happened with Tyrese Maxey? Does anybody know? Because I sat down and I just got back as the second half was beginning. And I saw Caleb Martin on the floor. And I'm like, who got injured? And then I'm looking around and Tyrese Maxey's not on the floor. And then he subs in after the first possession. Did Tyrese come out of the locker room late? Was he taking a dump? Like, what's going on? What's going on? Where was Tyrese at? Did he, like... And then the Cavs go on a 9-0 run before Nurse calls a timeout. And now they're down by 20. Yeah, so I don't understand. I don't understand. I don't understand. All right, man. I think what it comes down to is that the 76ers are just not good enough to contend with this type of team. I think that's the realization that needs to be made. You know, we can hope for Joel to get healthy and this and that to happen. Just not good enough. You know what I mean? Just not good enough. Read it off the t-shirt, though, man. We are unbothered. I'm unbothered. I'm here for the madness. I'm here for the madness. But hey, at least we beat the Hornets, right? At least we beat the Hornets. Here is Tyrese Maxey. Going to dribble, drive, draws contact, goes up, got it, and one. Sixers finally score.
Yes, sir.
And one. And one. Tyrese Maxey, big time bucket. Drop the ones in the chat, man. Drop the ones in the chat. Drop the ones in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. Don't lose us yet, man. Don't lose us yet. Mobley dribbles, lost it. Paul George diving to the floor, tried to grab it away. And it's going to be a jump ball. It's going to be a jump ball. Yeah, I agree. PG's got to step up, man. PG's got to step up. I mean, he's just playing like he doesn't care. You know what I mean? 3 for 10 tonight. Paul George going to tip it up with Evan Mobley. Let's see who can win this. Mobley wins by a landslide. 8:30 to go here in the third quarter. Cavs lead it by 17. Mitchell tried to find a lane and it's stolen away. Yabusele, Maxey out on the wing. Maxey going to dump it off the PG. Let's go. You got to score. PG going to drive, kick it out. Caleb Martin dribbles off the drive. Caleb turning, spinning, looking for help. Maxey pump fakes, now pulls a 3, and he hits Tyrese.
He's on fire.
Maxey's the only one, man. Maxey's the only one. Great. Neighbors are trying to take us out. Neighbors are trying to take us out. You got to love it. Maxey dribbles, drives, scoops it up, fouled again. Ladies and gentlemen, the neighbors, I'm sorry for the lag, guys. The neighbors are trying to take us out. We had an occasional lag there. We've been pretty good overall, but bad weather outside. The neighbors are trying to take us down. Neighbors are trying to take us out, man. Yo, I need you guys to get this to 300 likes, man, to save my sanity. Maxey knocks down the first free throw. Cavs missed their free throw. This is what you're going to get, Nick Nurse, if you don't want to play a Dembona. This is exactly what you're going to get. Maxey going to knock both down at the line. Donovan Mitchell step back 2 off the back iron. Cavs fighting for the rebound. Council fouled by Darius Garland. Nice hustle there from, what do you know, a young player, Ricky Council. I just don't get why they even drafted Adem Bona, to be honest. I don't get why they drafted Adem Bona. Here's Tyrese Maxey going to find PG. 6, 5, 4. PG, step back for 3. Drills it. Let's go. 11-point game here in Cleveland. The Sixers trying to crawl back. Mitchell goes to the rack, puts it up. And Paul George sits to the side and watches as Mobley puts it back down. Just don't understand, man. Like, PG, you got to get scrappy, man. That's why they gave you the money. You got to get scrappy, man. Here's Paul George going to find Ricky Council. The pump fake, the drive, Council off balance and fouled by the minivan. Ricky Council, the 4th, will go to the stripe. All right, come on, chat. We need y'all to get hype up in here, man. We need somebody to get the chat going. Unless y'all gave up on us, man. Unless y'all gave up on us that quick. Can somebody answer me in the chat? Why is Adem Bona not getting an opportunity? Why is Adem Bona not getting an opportunity? Can somebody please answer me that in the chat? Because this guy gets limited action so far this season. He plays extremely well. He shows you that he can jump out of the gym when needed. And then you need a backup center because Drummond's playing like dog crap. And you don't play him. I don't get it. I don't get it. Garland goes right to the rack, up and in. PG is playing miserable on defense tonight. Usually his defense is pretty solid, but Paul George is playing terrible. Yabusele down the other end goes right up at the basket. Knocked it in off the window. It's an 11-point game halfway through the third quarter. Sixers on a run, 15-6. Here is Garland going to find Niang. Niang steps back a 3. That's short. Allen pokes it out of bounds. Sixers with a chance to get back in this. And you remember what I said at halftime, right? You know what's going to happen here, right? I would predict in about 3 minutes, Kyle Lowry and Eric Gordon are going to come into the basketball game, and they're going to lose momentum. Watch. Watch. Remember I said it. Remember I said it. Jeff says, not minivan no more. He's a G-Wagon. Here's Paul George spinning. Finds Yabusele. Corner 3. It's short. Paul George just deferring, man. Just deferring. Yabusele, nice poke away. Sixers steal it. Here they come. Maxey stops on a dime for 3. Cha-ching!
He's on fire!
Woo! 9-point ball game. Tyrese! Tyrese Maxey, baby. He is cooking right now. He's on fire. 25 and counting for Tyrese Maxey. Drop those Maxey emojis in the chat right now. Drop those Maxey emojis in the chat. Nick Nurse in his Doc Rivers bag because of Nurse hating young players. Bona has little offensive game. Well, what does Drummond have? What does Drummond have? Let's go, man. Get these likes up. Let's go. Drop those Maxey emojis. Come on now. Here's my biggest scare, though, you know? Here's my biggest scare, that Kyle Lowry and Eric Gordon are going to come in the game and mess it up. If he stays away from Lowry and Gordon, I think we can win the game. Let's go, man. Mister says, wake up the neighbors. Let's go. Let's get it to 300 so we can wake up the damn neighbors tonight. Let's do it. Can they find a way to win? Can they find a way? Back to an 8-point game now. Man, I'm hoping right now, please do not let Kyle Lowry and Eric Gordon come into this game, man. It's so predictable. I really hope he doesn't do it. RB, Bona is clumsy on the floor. That's why he doesn't get minutes. Well, guess what? Adem Bona played some really good basketball when he did come in. He was the best rebounder on the floor, played some great defense. So that's why he should play. That's why he should be in.
Let's go.
What does Andre Drummond do right now that Adem Bona doesn't do? What is Drummond doing right now that Adem Bona is not doing? That's my question. $5 super chat, Brian Pumper. What's up, Brian? Long time no see. Brian Pumper in the chat says, we know this team was cooked when they struggled, when it was a struggle bus against Isaiah Wong and a dude named Vaseline with the big three. Lord save me from this team. I hear you, man. Vasil Micic, former Sixer, by the way. Jared Allen fouled under the rim. Vasil Micic, former Sixer second-round pick, was cooking yesterday. So far, Maxi's still in the game. 5:10 to go here in the third. I'm scared, though. I'm scared. I know they're coming in soon. Council just got shoved to the floor. Tony Brothers is watching it and doesn't call a foul. LeVert lost it going to the rim. Here comes Ricky Council flying down the lane. Kicks it out. Maxi for a three. Missed it. PG. Council. The pump fake. Ricky. Yabu. Caleb Martin for three. Missed it. You cannot miss those threes, man. You cannot miss those. Wide open threes. George Niang, corner three. Cha-ching. You can't miss that, man. You can't miss those. Caleb Martin and Tyrese Maxey wide open and both cannot hit a three. Would have made it a 5-point game. And now Maxey's bumped and fouled. Come on, man. Come on, man. Good teams make those buckets, bro. Maxey going to the line. Sixers are in the bonus with 4:20 to play in the quarter. Now, what does this tell you? Now, what does this tell you if you're the Sixers, man? It means you got to be aggressive here. First free throw missed by Maxey. So, Tyrese is now cooled off. Tyrese is cooled off. And he's laughing at the free throw line. Stop laughing, Tyrese. It's not funny, bro. Make the free throw. Second one is good. 1 for 2. Don Boyle says that possession killed us. Shazy in the chat. What's up, Shazy? Why would you ever trust Caleb Martin to take a three? Yo, his shot looks bad. 10-point game. Here's Darius Garland. Steps back. A three. Cha-ching. Tyrese Maxey and Caleb Martin both missed a three. That would have made it a 5-point game. Caleb Martin drives to the rim. He's fouled by George Niang. And Caleb Martin going to go to the line now for 2. That was the game right there, man. Now it's a 13-point lead. I don't know why we're not guarding the Cavs beyond the arc. I mean, they're too good. They're way too good. Oh, man. Can we please get a Dembona in the ball game? Please. First free throw is missed. Oh, my God. Yo, what is wrong with Caleb Martin's shoulder, bro? I still think he has thoracic outlet syndrome. I think he has thoracic outlet syndrome. I'm not even joking. Dude, Caleb Martin, something happened to his shoulder, man. Something happened to his shoulder. There's Ty Jerome dribbling, driving against Paul George, finds Niang cutting to the rim, up and in. Yabusele can't play center. Drummond can't play center. Why is Dembona not in the game? I'll continue to say it. Maxey, Council, dribbles, drives, Council, acrobatic. Martin, what was that? Oh my gosh. Oh no. Darius Garland dribbles, drives in. Garland for three, hits it again. All right, you know what? I need time to process what I just saw from Caleb Martin. Yo, did y'all see that? Did y'all see that? My man Caleb Martin just tried to put back layup and his shoulder like lagged. His shoulder lagged. PG for three. Doink. PG, man, you are atrocious tonight. Caleb gets it back. All right, it's time to sit Caleb Martin for the rest of the season until his shoulder is healed because, dear Lord, what was that? Yabusele 3, it's short. All right, it is time to sit Caleb Martin. Hold up, bro. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't think I've ever seen a play. Like, I'm trying to process it, like, in my head. Like, you guys ever play 2K and, like, the game lags, like, it glitches? That's what it looked like on that Caleb Martin putback layup. His shoulder literally lagged. Ty Jerome 3, hits it. 20-point game. 20-point game. It's time to sit Martin until his shoulder's healthy again because I don't know what that was, man. Maxey dribbling, driving, floats it up, short again. Is that a Dembona? Did he finally bring a Dembona in? Oh my, and we're down 20. We're down 20 now. Bro. I'm like, man. I'm trying to stay in like reporter, just like logic mode here. Like I'm trying to give you guys the analysis, but I'm pissed off right now. First free throw missed by Maxey. This team is quitting. They are quitting. And Nick Nurse just waited until the Sixers were down 20 points to bring in a Dembona. He brings them in after they go down 20. Caleb Martin has a lagging shoulder. This coach has no grip on the rotations. And Paul George looks like he doesn't care. Tyrese Maxey is cooled off. The Cavaliers are raining threes. Here's Karis LeVert against Dembona. Steps back for three. Missed it that time. Niang the rebound. Ty Jerome again. Missed another one. That's a rare occasion. They missed back-to-back threes. Tyrese Maxey going to find Ricky Council. Council dribbles, drives against Niang. Puts it up. Missed that one. Bona fighting for the board. Council gets it back. Here's Oubre. Oubre drives in, kicks it out. Yo, look at this defense, man. They're putting on some crazy defensive coverages. Council going to miss the three now. Sixers have no offense. Karis LeVert, corner three, and just bounces around and out. Just missed. Maxey going to find Kelly Oubre. Oubre for three. That one is out. Sixers can't even hit a shot right now. They've given up 33 points in the last, 10 minutes. George Niang down low. Mobley goes up, and, the Sixers just don't have it, man. Maxey going to find Ricky Council. Council dribbles downhill. Puts it up off the bank. Missed it. Dude, look at this. LeVert all the way down the floor just waiting for it. Sixers aren't even getting back on defense. They're not even getting back on defense, man. Wow. 23-point lead. Waits till the Sixers are down 20 to bring in a Bona, even though I've been saying it for a quarter and a half. I think I should just coach the team at this point. Maxey lost control of it, goes out of bounds. Maxey's arguing that he got fouled. Here's the inbound. Maxey floats it up too late, and that'll be the end of the third quarter. Cavs on an 18-3 run to end the quarter. They are once again reigning supreme. And that'll take us to the fourth quarter. So, honestly, man, I'm not even going to ask you guys to drop the fires in the chat because right now there's no fires needed. But I am going to ask you to voice your frustrations in the chat. I've done enough talking. I'm giving you my thoughts about the rotations and Paul George. Who are you most mad at right now? Are you even mad? Voice your frustration in the chat. How do you feel right now? Sum up your thoughts in the chat. Sum up your thoughts in the chat. I've been saying the same thing now for the last 10 minutes. Give me your thoughts in the chat. I got to give one more shout out to Kook Burger and Bar. Shout out to the Kook Burger and Bar sponsoring our show all season long. They got you covered, man. Best burgers in the city. Best milkshakes that you'll ever try in your life. Go check them out, man. Kook Burger and Bar, where they are serious about fun food. Tons of burgers eaten, tons of Shoobie Shakes sold. They got the best establishment. You can go hang out, play some pool, some darts, play some shuffleboard, watch some games, grab a beer and a food, and experience the vibes of Center City, man. Electric. Go check them out. 21st and Market Street in Center City, Philly. Open 7 days a week. Tell you who's not cooking right now, man. It's the 76ers. They are getting cooked. They are getting cooked. I don't know why I picked Paul George tonight. Why did I pick Paul George? 4 for 12, man. I think as we start to get more into this, man, we're starting to realize, right? 50 M's for PG. 50? You can't even show up on a night like tonight? Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Come on, PG. What the heck, bro? What the heck, bro? I don't know what else to say, man. I don't know what else to say. Been saying the same thing for the last 10 minutes. This team, man. I knew they weren't going to win this game, but really, Nurse? Takes you down 20 points to put in a Bona. I feel like he's trolling at this point, honestly. Oh, and here he comes. Guys, I knew it was coming. Guess who's in the game now? I'll give you one guess. Guess who's in the game now? I'll give you one guess. Drop it in the chat. Guess who's in the game right now? I'll give you one guess who's in the game right now. Eric Gordon driving downhill finds Jeff Doughton Jr. Jeff Doughton Jr. is in the game. This guy hasn't played in a month. Eric Gordon drives, floats it up. Got it. Are we conceding the game? Jeff Doughton Jr. and Eric Gordon with a Dembona, KJ Martin, and Kelly Oubre. Is this a real lineup? This is a real lineup, isn't it? What are we doing, man? First free throw missed. What kind of lineup is this, man? Second free throw is missed as well. 0 for 2 at the line. I knew the season was cooked when Embiid punched Marcus Hayes. Kelly Oubre trying to create off the dribble against Minivan. Here's Jeff Doughton Jr. I just don't get what the game plan is, man. Doughton going to drive, pull up quick off the dribble, got it off the bank. Even that looked much more electric than Kyle Lowry. So now he benches Kyle Lowry for Jeff Doughton Jr. I don't know, man. Niang off the dribble, got it against Eric Gordon. L-Rob says they're not any good, RB. I don't know what to tell you. Dom says with Nurse, it might be he's an absolute idiot. Here's Jeff Doughton Jr. going to find Kelly Oubre, Eric Gordon. Gordon, step back 3, off wide. I can't tell if he's trying to concede this game or not. 3 ball from Ty Jerome, missed it. KJ tracks it down. Here come the 76ers. Jeff Doughton Jr. start and stop, drive, high off the bank, missed it. Mitchell picks it up. Here come the Cavs. Ty Jerome going all the way against KJ. Missed the layup. Mobley gets the rebound. Wide open 3. Sam Merrill, and he hits it. Okay. Kelly Oubre for 3. That one's off the mark. Yeah, I'm not even going to get frustrated at this point, man. Nothing much for me to say. Nothing much for me to say. Cavs are good, though, man. Got to give them credit. 24-point lead for the Cavaliers. Here's a Dembona. He's going to find Eric Gordon. Kelly Oubre working against Mobley. Oubre dribbles, drives, up off the bounce, missed it again. Sixers have no plays on offense. They have no creativity. Mitchell, transition 3. That's short. Here's Kelly Oubre going to find KJ Martin. Martin dumps it to Bona, and it's stolen away. Another sloppy turnover for the Sixers. Here's Evan Mobley. Mobley going to kick it out to Jerome. Drives in against Doughton. Mobley pump fakes, goes up. And they're going to say he traveled, so no bucket. No bucket. Ladies and gentlemen, I have a question for you in the chat. First off, shout out to the members. Thank you guys for being here, man. Sixer Game Day Live. Every game day, win or lose, as much as we suffer, we're going to be here every game. So keep tapping in. Here's a Dembona. Drives in, gets plucked, kicks it back. Oubre, 5 on the shot clock. Oubre drives, goes in, strong, and finishes. 104-82 now. My question for the chat is, on a scale from 1 to 10, 10 being the most, 1 being the least, how concerned are you with Paul George? Karis LeVert drills another 3 in the meantime. And now Nick Nurse calls a timeout. 25-point game. 25-point game. 25-point game. I guess Maxey and Paul George are done for the night. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? On a scale from 1 to 10, how concerned are you with Paul George? Another thing I don't like is Nick Nurse pretty much conceding the game at the start of the fourth quarter. Like, what the heck is that, man? I don't understand, dude. You're down 23 points. You don't want to at least give it like 3 minutes to try to get back in it? I don't know, man. I don't know. Let's see. 7, 8.2, 8.5, 5, 8, 7.3. I'm more concerned about Morey ruining the team future. Cap says he looks old, cooked, and is in the first year of a $212 million deal. It's frustrating, man, for sure. For sure. Tell you what, man, these back-to-backs do get you for sure. These back-to-backs do get you. While we're waiting in the meantime, since the Sixers are so miserable, I do want to let you guys know that I have an Eagles channel. We will be live after the game tomorrow on A to Z Philly. Do me a favor, subscribe to the Eagles channel, man. So you guys can actually hear me talk about a competent organization. Subscribe to the Eagles channel. I just pinned it in the chat, man. Do me a favor, go subscribe over there. If I had to give my concern level about Paul George, I would say it's at like a 7 right now, 6 or 7. I've seen him look good in certain games, but consistently for what this team needs, and especially without Joel Embiid, like these are the games where you're supposed to step up, Podcast P. These are the games where you are supposed to be the guy, and you're playing like Tobias Harris. Oubre goes into the rim, missed it, gets his own rebound. You notice how nobody else crashes the board either? Nobody else crashes the board. Nobody gives any effort on that play. Darius Garland probably done for the night. He's got 26. Donovan Mitchell with 19. Jalen Tyson back in the game now. First free throw is missed, and Tyrese Maxey's in the game now. So, what are you like? All right, you know what? I'm not gonna get mad. Not gonna get mad. So that first lineup that we just saw in the fourth quarter, that was not Nurse conceding the game, by the way. I thought Nurse was conceding the game. Then he puts Tyrese Maxey back in. We're down 25. Bro, make up your mind. Mind-boggling decisions. 3 ball in the corner. Levert can't get it to fall. Cavs get it back. Niang for 3. And bada boom, bada bing. It is a 28-point lead for the Cavs. 28-point lead. Why are this... Now Paul George is back in. Bro. Maxey for 3. Short. Why? What are we doing, bro?
Let's go.
What are we doing? I know you guys probably think like, oh, he's just complaining about the lineups too much, but it really makes no sense at all. And now Paul George comes off the floor. Like, why did he just come back in? Why did Paul George come back in for like 2 minutes? 3-ball LeVert missed it again. Another rebound by the Cavs. Tyson down low, Jerome. And he stepped out of bounds. I just don't get it, man. I don't get it. $5 super chat from Brian Pumper. He says, you think Joel's going to have a good Christmas? You think he goes with the seasonal cellophane or the reversible vintage Christmas? Nice options. I don't know, man. I don't know, Brian. You tell me, Brian. You tell me.
Let's go.
Maxey for 3. That one is off the mark. I mean, look, I say it every game. Same thing, so don't know what else I could really say. Just here to cover the team, you know? Karis LeVert steps back. I mean, the Cavs are still playing some of their guys right here. Yabusele pokes it away. $5 super chat from Vincent Saravo. Thank you for the super chat. He says, it's obvious George is not a natural leader. I think that's a really good point, Vincent. I think that's a really good point. Like, you see Paul George, he doesn't have that dog mentality to take over. 3-ball from Wade. He misses it. Cavs get it back, and now Tyson is fouled. And I had, excuse me, I had Clippers content creator Dime Dropper in on the off season, and I interviewed him about Paul George. And, you know, everything that he said about PG is coming correct. Everything that he told me, go back and watch the interview. He said Paul George was going to do exactly this. Like, there would be nights where he looked extreme, where he was locked in, he was intense, he was knocking down shots and like creating off the dribble. And he said there would be a lot of nights where he just looks clueless and he never finds his groove. And honestly, he's right. This is exactly what Paul George is doing right now. And it is frustrating. Definitely is. 111-82 is the score. Yabusele going to find Doughton Jr. Doughton going to find KJ in the corner. Drives baseline. Kicks it out. Caleb Martin for 3. Misses it again. Caleb Martin has turned out to be a non-factor in a lot of these games. Ty Jerome, another 3. Dude, the Cavs don't miss, man. They are shooting 40% from 3 on the season. Holy crap. Holy crap. Doughton Jr. going to find KJ Martin now counsel. Caleb Martin through the legs. Drives, spins, goes up. He's blocked and fouled. What do you guys think the Sixers do from here, though, man? What do you guys think they do from here? Honest question. Give me your thoughts. Give me your thoughts, man. I just don't understand, bro. The mentality is so bad. First free throw missed by Caleb Martin again. Dude, Caleb Martin is so bad. Oh my gosh, bro. Secret Underdog the Gamer gifted a Philly Take membership. Thank you so much, man. Drop the MVPs in the chat for Secret. Tristan Thompson in for the first time. Niang. Tyson. Jeez, bro. Getting bullied by this team. Maybe we just haven't played a good team in a while and we forgot what it was like. Caleb Martin pulls up the mid-range. Short again. Yeah, bro. Caleb, you got to sit, bro. You got to sit. Caleb, you got to sit until you're healthy, bro. Because this is unacceptable. Jerome goes right into the lane again. You're getting blown off the floor right now. I need you guys to call in after the game and give your thoughts on this because I need to hear how Sixer fans are feeling. Here's a Dembona going to hand it off. Jeff Doughton Jr. around the screen. Trying to shade off the defender. Puts up the J. Got it, the fault. Jeff Doughton Jr. has looked 10 times better than Kyle Lowry. He has looked 10 times better than Kyle Lowry. Tyson again, blocked, but it's going to be a goaltend on a Dembona. Jalen Tyson getting buckets. Down Jr. and one. And one Downton Jr. Yes, sir. Down Jr. looks 10 times better than Kyle Lowry. I just want you guys to remember that too. Sixers down by 33 points. Guess we can start getting the damn post-game call-in set up. I think this is definitely a benchmark game to kind of show you where you're at. Free throw going to be good. $120-88. Craig Porter Jr. now in the game for the first time. He's going to spin, fade away, throws it down low to Tyson, stolen away by the Sixers. 3:20 to play. Here's Ricky Council, goes all the way, missed the layup, but he was fouled by George Niang. Like I said, I'll reserve my thoughts for the postgame show, but hopefully you guys call in and give your thoughts as well. This team's getting blown off the floor tonight. Council going to knock down the first free throw. What do you guys think in the chat? Should the Sixers tank the rest of the season? Yes or no? What do you guys think? Once again, it goes back to the conversation of, hey, well, when Joel Embiid's on the floor, they look like they can play, but he doesn't get on the damn floor, so we don't know. We don't know. It's the what if. What if? I don't even know why I'm screaming at this point, man. My throat hurts. Second of a back-to-back. At least RB shows up to back-to-backs. You guys got to drop a like for that, man. RB doesn't sit out back-to-backs. RB shows up for back-to-backs. Sixers down by 30. 3 minutes to play. They took Jared McCain away from us. They took Joel Embiid away from us. What else do we want, man? Jeff Doughton Jr. drives again, pulls up mid-range. Jeff Doughton Jr. is a bucket. Jeff Doughton Jr. is way better than Kyle Lowry. Porter Jr. spins to his right, goes up, another bucket. We need one more like to get to 300, man. Who's going to get us there? I know it's a tough night. Doughton kicks it out. KJ, Caleb Martin. Why is Caleb Martin even in this game still? Reverse layup, got it to fall. Clark says, I'm just here for you, RB. Appreciate that, Clark. Thanks for tuning in, man. Appreciate you, man. I forgot Max Strus wasn't even playing this game. We got 300 likes. Yay. Drop the yes, sir, man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Wake up the neighbors, man. Wake up the neighbors. I'm not going to go over there and bang on their door since we didn't win. Yes, sir. I can't go over there and bang on their door because we didn't win. Matter of fact, we got blown away. I said 119-103. It's 122-94 right now. I don't know, man. Yay. Philly take. We stay strong, man. We stay solid no matter what. At least the community's staying strong. Sean Bolger with a $10 super chat says, give RB a $200 million contract and he'll give you more than 11 points. Promise. Sean, that's the comment of the night right there, man. That's a fact. Sean, you give me 20 mil. Give me 20 mil. I will not leave the damn gym. All right? I've never played professional basketball. You give me 20 M's, I'm going out. I'm not leaving the gym until I'm top 5 in the league. You give Podcast P 52 M's, though. He's ready to go home and record a post-game pod. He's ready to go home and record the post-game pod tonight. Somebody actually just hit me up and said Jared McCain dropped a YouTube video in the middle of this game. That shows you where the focus is, man. Somebody tell Jared's editor, you can't be doing that. Podcast P, you know what's going to be on the thumbnail tomorrow, post-game thumbnail. He's going to be like, yeah, we got blown away. It's going to be Paul's face on the thumbnail. He's going to be like, we got blown away, but I still dropped 11 points. You give me 20 M's, bro. I'm going to become the best player in the league. Promise you that. Promise you that. $5 super chat from AG. AG, thanks for the love, man. Thanks for the love, AG. J Love says at least RB's available every night. Hey, we're here, man. I could have took off the night. But I play back-to-backs. Can Paul George donate $1 million to this channel? He does that, man. We're living great. We're living high. If PG can donate one out of those 52 M's. They just showed him on the bench. He looks like he doesn't even care. Does Paul George care? Tyson again for a 3, and he drills it. Keep on pouring it on, man. Jalen Tyson is talking smack to Adembona. And you know what's crazy, man? The Cavs fans haven't even got out of their seat yet. There's a dude dressed like Santa Claus in the front row. I didn't even peep that. Do Cavs fans even care that they're about to be 25-4? Caleb Martin puts up a shot, missed it. Adembona, the putback, and one. Yes, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, I need y'all to call in after the game, man. I need y'all to call into the game, after the game, and give me your thoughts on this team. Somebody said, Sean said, did PG drop a podcast recently? Let's check. I want to see if Paul George has dropped a podcast recently. Free throw is going to be good. Let's see. Podcast P.
There was one.
Let's see. Christian Thompson going to find Jalen Tyson. Tyson against Adembona. Drives in again. Missed it. Put back Thompson. No good, but he's fouled. Let's see. Has Paul George dropped a podcast recently? Here's Paul George's YouTube page. Giving you free promo, Podcast P, like you need it. Let's see. These are just clips. Let's see. When's the last time he dropped the pod? 5 days ago. First free throw missed by Thompson. Phil Handy on special relationship with Kyrie Irving, upsetting Kobe. Let's see, what else? I think he drops it once a week. Jamal Crawford on the secret to scoring 50 points. Paul George gets real on the players only meeting leak with Reggie Jackson. Oh, man. Podcast P, baby. Podcast P. 3 ball from the Sixers, missed it. Yo, real stuff, though. Thanks to everybody who dropped the membership tonight. Dropped the super chat. Appreciate the love, man. Stay in here with me. Stay in here. Let's keep rocking. We're sick. We're sick in the head. Let's do it. Also, subscribe to my Eagles channel, man. Tomorrow, we're going to talk about a really good football team. A to Z Philly. Look it up. Subscribe. We got a good football team to talk about tomorrow. Kayla Martin drives, spins, kicks it out. KJ Martin for 3. Short. Ricky, I think he put it back. Yeah, he did put it back. Oh, man. Josh says, I respect your hustle making because watching this team has got to eat at your soul. So the Sixers are going to go down officially. It's finally over. 126-99. 27-point win for the Cavaliers. They're going to move to 25-4. Sixers move to 9-17. And yeah. So that's where we're at. That's where we're at. Shout out to our Game Day Live partners, man. Kook Burger and Bar. Appreciate them partnering with us all season long. We'll talk about the Who's Cooking segment on the post game. Shout out to BetUS. Yeah. Sixers get wiped off the floor in Cleveland. A lot to rant about. We'll talk about it here in just a few minutes. Stay locked in and loaded right here on the show for the post game coming up. And call in, man. I want y'all calling into the Discord and the phone lines. If you want to rant, if you want to get it off your chest about this team, call into the show, man. All right. We'll be back in just a few moments.
log in and delete.
All right. Welcome in Sixers post-game live show after every single Sixers game over here on YouTube on the Sixers Game Day live show. Tap in, share, like, subscribe, follow, review, wherever you tap in with us. Appreciate you supporting the brand, and shout out to our partners, Kook Burger and Bar, BetUS, all season long. I want to rant about the game. I have a lot to say about the game, where the team's at, where they need to go, what they need to do. But ladies and gentlemen, the reason we took a little bit to hop on here, it was brought to my attention. You know, I mentioned that video that Jared McCain apparently dropped during the game on YouTube. Keep in mind, Jared McCain's out with a torn meniscus. He runs a YouTube channel. I guess he has an editor that posts videos, and he didn't have the awareness that the Sixers were actually playing. So he drops a video during the Sixers game. But not only that, I know the Sixers just got blasted by the Cleveland Cavaliers. Not only that, but now this clip is surfacing online, and I want to start with this because it's more important than this game tonight. A clip is surfacing from this Jared McCain YouTube video, and I have not reacted to it yet. Jacob Moreno says Jared McCain may have confirmed that he will be out for the rest of the season. Now let's hear what Jared McCain had to say in this clip.
I feel like it's settled in yet that you're
No.
injured?
I'm not playing the whole year? Nah.
Yeah.
Still not yet. I don't know when it's going to settle. Maybe like when...
Like it hasn't really hit you yet that you're
like
out for the whole year?
season.
I feel like it's...
Why? How come every time there's a bad night for this team, it downpours, it rains supreme, it thunderstorms? Why? Not only is the Sixers' hopes gone tonight after getting blasted by the best team in the league, but Jared McCain is out for the season. Per Jared McCain, unless he's trolling. No, he can't come back in a couple months and come back before the playoffs and get ready to go. No, he's sitting here all smiles, playing Xbox, and he tells his friend, probably the editor, let's listen again.
You're
No.
injured?
I'm not playing the whole year? Nah.
Yeah.
Still not yet. I don't know when it's going to settle. Maybe like when...
Like it hasn't really hit you yet that you're
like
out for the whole year?
season.
I feel like...
Yeah, man, it might be time to chalk this season up. I mean, the Sixers cannot catch a break in any way, shape, or form. And the Sixers go down tonight. My question to the people out there listening in is, should the 76ers tank the rest of the season, or should they still try to get these things together and find ways to win games and try to battle back? Because like I've been saying for the last 2 weeks now, the hardest is yet to come. The schedule has been easy. I played the Hornets 4 times before Christmas, for crying out loud. And tonight, You go up against the Cleveland Cavaliers, and you go up against a team that is shooting 40% from three as a team on this season. They have 7 guys who are shooting 40% from three. They can beat you in every way. They play up-tempo. They play quick. They're everywhere. And what do the Sixers do? They come out of the gate in Sixer fashion. They're playing a good game. It's 30-30 at the end of the first quarter. Sixers are battling, but the Cavs didn't get going yet. And you know what happens in the second quarter? The good team stands up and stands out. The Cavaliers go on a tirade, 3 after 3 after 3. It's raining threes in Cleveland. They're shooting 60% from three at halftime. They end up shooting 51% from three from the game. Do I think the Cavs are the best team in the NBA talent-wise? No. But you know what they do? They play quick. They play fast. Every guy on the team is in their mid-20s. They can shoot. They're gelling as a squad. Shout out to Kenny Atkinson. And you know what the Sixers do in the second quarter? Hold up. Stop me if you've heard this before. They bring in Kyle Lowry. They bring in some of the old guys. Meanwhile, Ricky Council comes in and he goes coast to coast and he's Euro stepping and he's rebounding and he's fired up. Ricky Council brings some young life, some young juice to the team, injects the team, and he hits a little Steph Curry step back 3 before the end of the first half. But Eric Gordon played 6 minutes in the first half. Kyle Lowry played 5 minutes. But again, I don't even need to talk about that tonight because that is a staple of our show here on the postgame every night, right? We talk about the young guys and why Nick Nurse won't play them and why they should be playing over the old guys. The fact of the matter is this team is not good enough. This team is not good enough. And Tyrese Maxey comes out of the gate again tonight. He drops 9 points in the first 4 minutes of the game. You're thinking, uh-oh, this could be a 40-point Maxey game. And for the second consecutive night on the back-to-back, Tyrese Maxey slows down in the second quarter. He had 9 points in the first 4 minutes, and he only goes for 18 the rest of the way. They start to adjust on defense, and you would think in a game without Joel Embiid, and say whatever you want about him playing tonight or not playing tonight, right? A lot of people wanted him to suit up. Why'd you suit up against the Hornets and not tonight? I understand the frustration. I think it's quite obvious that Joel Embiid cannot sit back-to-backs for the rest of the season if this team wants to be formidable, right? If Joel Embiid can't get healthy for a consistent stretch, then this team is going nowhere. We know that, right? But here's my biggest issue of the night. You bring in a guy for $52 million, and when Joel Embiid is out, these are the types of games where Paul George is supposed to step up, emerge as a leader, take over the offense, and go out there and give you a couple big-time buckets to get this team going. And for the second consecutive night, this time without Joel Embiid on the floor, Paul George was a negative. And lately we've been saying, well, he contributes in other ways. He's a great defender. You know, he gels the team. He's diming up his teammates. Tonight, he did none of that. He was outclassed. He was outworked. The Cavs ran him off the floor, and he looked disinterested. The 76ers paid $52 million for a guy that's achieved a lot in life. He's gotten some big contracts. He led the Clippers to the Western Conference Finals. He's never won anything, but he's been a part of some really good teams. He's got almost 800,000 subscribers on YouTube. The guy's living a great life. So I question when I'm watching Paul George out there as they flip to him at the end of the game, and it looks like he doesn't care, sitting on the bench. I'm not going to make that assumption. I'm just saying he's got this mellow, like melancholy, just cool vibe to him. We don't need that. We need a guy who's going to go 4 for 12 like he did tonight and break a clipboard or something. Kick a chair. Be pissed off, man. You stunk tonight. And you are the reason that this team got ran off the floor. Am I completely out on Paul George? No. He was brought in to be a third option. I get it that the roles have not been consistent from night to night. But how come so many players on this Sixers team are one end of the spectrum to the other end of the spectrum? For example, Andre Drummond, one night looks like the best center in the world as a backup, and then another night the guy is so misplaced, so out of context. Andre Drummond got shoved to the ground tonight. I mean, he was out of place with Jared Allen. They're spamming pick and rolls. Evan Mobley is a great gel piece. The Cavs are up and down the floor everywhere. They're jumping for second chance points, and Andre Drummond can't even grab a rebound. He is getting worked by Jared Allen. Andre Drummond, the gig is up, man. I like Drummond. I really do, but he's either amazing or terrible. There is no in between. And Adem Bona, who I didn't even know was active for this game, is sitting pretty on the bench. And you know what Nick Nurse does? He waits until the Sixers go down 20 points in the third quarter and decides, you know what? As Andre Drummond is getting outworked off the floor and Gershon Yabusele is forced to play the backup five, which he's not a center, and he's getting outworked off the floor as a center tonight, well, maybe it would just be a good idea to bring in Adem Bona as we're now down 20. It didn't stop there, though. He doesn't play Kyle Lowry the rest of the night. He brings Eric Gordon back, and here was the most confusing thing. The Sixers are down 23 points going into the fourth quarter, and you're thinking, okay, they're waving the white flag, which I personally would not do to start the fourth quarter. Like, hey, a quick 7-0 run, you're right back in it. But anyway, he goes with a lineup of Jeff Doughton Jr., Kelly Oubre, KJ Martin, and who else? Adem Bona and somebody else. Hold up. Let me pull it up exact, just so I'm not misquoting myself. It was one of the worst lineups I've ever seen Nick Nurse throw out there to start the fourth quarter. Jeff Doughton Jr., who hasn't played in a month, Eric Gordon, Kelly Oubre, KJ Martin, and Adem Bona. And you're thinking, okay, he waved the white flag. He waved the white flag. It's done. You know what I mean? Like, okay, the game's over. And then he waits 5 minutes, and he then puts in Tyrese Maxey and Paul George. He then yanks Paul George after a minute and a half, and the Sixers go on to get depleted and obliterated and shred apart in the fourth quarter. So the lineups are disgusting. Paul George was yet again pathetic tonight. Andre Drummond was awful. And the Sixers just don't have enough. They don't have enough. That is my main takeaway in this game. You could look at turnovers. The Sixers were turning it over 10 times in the first half. I mean, all the way up and down the floor. They were terrible. They moved to 9-17, and they're only going to play harder teams as they go forward here. They were outclassed tonight. They were ran off the floor. Part of me knew, actually I did know, all of me knew that they were not going to win this game tonight. But what I didn't expect was them to get outclassed and ran off of the floor. It's frustrating, man. It's frustrating. We got a lot to say about a lot of people, man, but some of these lineups that are getting thrown out there are just so head-scratching. And the fact that the Sixers just cannot knock down a wide-open three. Like, in the third quarter, you bring it down to an 8-point lead. And this was the turning point of the game. I think there was like 5 minutes or 4 minutes left in the third quarter. And you bring it down to an 8-point lead, right? You're starting to crawl back. And I'm going in the back of my head, don't bring Kyle Lowry and Eric Gordon in. And they didn't do that. And they're starting to crawl back. They're starting to crawl back. And with the opportunity to make it a 5-point game, Tyrese Maxey misses a wide open three, and Caleb Martin then misses a subsequent wide open three, and the Sixers never get another opportunity. The Cavs break the lead wide open again, and they never look back. Good teams are going to take advantage of the opportunities they are given, and they're going to capitalize. The Sixers do not capitalize in those big moments. They had a chance. and they couldn't knock down the shots. I got a lot I want to say about other people in this game. Ladies and gentlemen, do me a favor right now. Like the show, subscribe to the show, and call in to the show if you want to give your thoughts. We got the phone lines open. All right, phone number 518-318-7716. Call in on the Discord. We got some people in here. We'll get to y'all in just a few minutes. Real quick, $5 super chat from Vincent Saravo. Vincent, thank you, my man. He says, normal. I cannot get employees to come back-to-back either. Vincent, shout out to you, man. Yeah, I get the frustration, you know. Joel Embiid plays last night, doesn't play tonight. We finally got to see the first back-to-back for Paul George, and he looks terrible in both games. You're not going to be able to build the continuity or the chemistry that you need as a team if your guys cannot consistently play. And I get it, right? Joel's dealing with a broken sinus. He's dealing with a bum knee. You can criticize him for not playing tonight. Guy's not healthy. He's not even close to it. I mean, he's getting there, but how much can we take? How much can we take? Right now, I'm talking about the things that we're seeing on the floor, the things that they can control. They're not taking advantage of. That's the thing. $2 super chat from Khalik and Luke. Sixers win, you don't care. Sixers lose, you hate hard. Hey, Khalik and Luke, let me tell you something, okay? I come in here and I give you my straight thoughts to the point. I tell you exactly what happens. The Sixers yesterday beat the dog crap Hornets, who they have beat 4 times this season. Matter of fact, 4 out of the 9 wins have come against the Hornets. Last night, they beat the Hornets down LaMelo Ball, Brandon Miller, and Mark Williams. How do you want us to be happy about that? And by the way, they almost choked the lead. It was down to a 6-point game against the worst team in the NBA. So yes, we should not be happy that they squeaked by the Charlotte Hornets down everybody. Tonight was a benchmark game. And tonight showed us that they are not even close in the gap. They are not even close. This is what people need to realize, man. I want them to be good as anybody does. But when you go out there and it's not even like you competed, you got wiped off of the floor tonight. What do you want us to say? Do you want us to be happy about that? Do you want us to be happy about that? Got to keep it real, man. Got to keep it real. And look, if you have thoughts on Joel Embiid, call in and give us them, man. Call in and give us those thoughts, man. But you got wiped off the floor by a team that does everything better than you. They're 16-1 at home. And my main takeaway in this game is that the Cavs just play fast, man. They're up and down the floor, transition buckets. Fast break. There was a couple buckets where they were literally waiting down the floor. There was one play where the Cavs had all 5 guys get back down, and only 2 of the Sixers were able to run down the floor. Because the Sixers are the oldest team in the NBA. And they're slow. They're old and they're slow. It's frustrating, man. Who else do I want to talk about in this game? Caleb Martin. Caleb Martin, 8 points off the bench. His first game back. He goes 3 for 10. 3 rebounds, 3 assists, and a steal. Caleb Martin, in my opinion, needs to shut it down until he is fully healthy. Caleb Martin looks the complete opposite of healthy. He's got a hitch in his shot. He can't hit a free throw because of the hitch in his shot. And there was a play in this game where Caleb Martin rushes into the basket from, I think he was in the corner, and he tries a putback layup off a maxi miss. And Caleb Martin's shoulder literally lagged through the play. It looked like a video game glitch. And Caleb Martin's shoulder literally twitched, and he couldn't put in a putback layup. He couldn't even tap the ball in. So whether you like Caleb Martin or not, whether you think he's good or not, Caleb Martin is so unhealthy right now that I think he needs to sit until he is fully healthy. That's my takeaway on Caleb Martin. Kyle Lowry didn't play in the second half. Nick Nurse finally benched him. And Jeff Doughton Jr. comes in garbage time. And I know it was garbage time, but he drops 9 points in 12 minutes. He looked like a feasible creator, getting his own off the bounce, couple nice bank shots. Jeff Joughton Jr., just playing another young guy, just gave you a little glimpse of energy again. Anytime they play these young guys, whether it's Ricky Council or Jeff Doughton Jr. or even a Dembona, who didn't play that well tonight, but finally got in. Anytime you play these guys, it's just a different mentality on the floor. Different energy on the floor. And I think where the Sixers are at right now is they got to look at how their season is going. They have to evaluate it. And I've said this now for the last 2 weeks. If you cannot get Joel Embiid back healthy, consistently on the floor, going into the new year, you have to tank and hope that you can get a top 6 pick. Otherwise, it'll go to Oklahoma City. If this is how it's going to be, and you're going to head into the new year with some really tough matchups on the way, with some back-to-backs in January and February and March, and this is how you think you're going to approach the rest of the season, with Joel playing one game out of a back-to-back and Paul George not playing a lot of back-to-backs, if you think that this is how you're going to dictate the rest of your season, you've played through the easiest stretch of the season and you're 9-17. If you think they're going to be able to come back from this doing the same thing you are right now, I mean, there's no hope. You know what I mean? That's not going to happen. This team has to be realistic about where they are at. So if they cannot get Joel to go full-fledged into the second half of the season, I mean, that at that point, what's the point? You know, what's the point? All right, man, that's where I'm at. We're about to get to the phone lines. Call into the show, man. 518-318-7718. Call into the show and give us your thoughts, man. 518-318-7716. Call into the Discord. Give me your thoughts on this team. Let it out. Rant. Whatever. Also, shout out to Kook Burger and Bar. Our show's presented by Kook Burger and Bar. And our Who's Cooking segment, every game we predict who is going to score the most points. For some reason, I was oblivious. And I said it at the time I made the prediction. I said it would be Paul George. And for the second straight night, he let me down. Last night he dropped 5 points. Tonight he drops 11, and he was nowhere close. Tyrese Maxey had 27, but for the Cavaliers, actually Tyrese Maxey did have the most, which is crazy. I came into the game thinking, you know, the Cavs don't have anybody averaging over 24 points per game. That's how good they've been as a collective unit. That's how deep they are. And Darius Garland had 26 tonight. I know he sat the fourth quarter, but this was a rest game in the fourth for Garland, Mitchell, etc. So Tyrese Maxey actually finished with the most points, even though they put him in late in this game. And it was an inefficient 27, but, you know, I mean, Maxey's making a little bit of strides, but he still doesn't look that comfortable after he has that initial burst in these games. So Maxey's going to have to be better, man. He's going to have to be better. He did hit 5 threes a night, but Paul George, just another bad night. And I guess my question of the chat, let me know your thoughts in the chat right now. How confident are you in Paul George? Like on a scale from 1 to 10, 10 being the most confident, 1 being the least confident. How confident are you in Paul George right now? If you had to give it a confidence level for the season. I mean, honestly, I would say my confidence in Paul George right now is like a 3 or 4. Like he's not consistent enough. There's nights where he shows the potential and the resemblance of like, hey, I can still be that guy to give you that punch. But in games like this, I go back to this point again. In games like this, Paul George is supposed to be the guy that can step in relief for Joel Embiid and get you some buckets. And he did not do it tonight. He did not do it tonight. It's frustrating, man. And it is concerning for a guy that you gave a 4-year, $212 million contract to. I don't know, man. All right, let's go to the phone lines, man. Calling on the Discord. Let's go to Thor on the Discord. We'll start off with Thor on the Discord. Thor, unmute your mic.
Yeah, hi RB. Today's loss was very bad. I saw the game and I was like, it was like, okay, we were very close, we're very there. And then halftime, it was like, I don't know what happened. Ricky Council shot the 3, and I was like, okay, like, let's keep doing it. And then all of a sudden, when I saw the score 85-120, I just feel disgusted with this team. I thought at least we were going to get a surprising win. And as you said, it was a benchmark tonight. It was a big test tonight. This team will see who they really are tonight. We saw them.
Yeah, I think you're right, Thor. And I think we've realized that this team is a lot closer to the Charlotte Hornets than they are the Cavaliers. And, it's not even like they were competitive tonight or they gave a fight. I mean, after the third quarter, even midway in the third quarter, they were pretty much wiped off the floor.
This is the problem with this team. It's like after a few wins, they get excited and it's like, okay, we have hope, and then when we face a team the next day, then after that we start to fall off.
Yeah, no, I agree, man. And a lot of people are going to say, hey, well, it was a back-to-back. Well, guess what? The last 2 weeks, they have had 3 days or more of rest. So at some point, we got to hold these guys accountable. I mean, you're professionals, like you got to be ready to play a back-to-back. You know who played a back-to-back tonight? The Cavs. They beat down the Bucks last night, who were playing really good basketball. And then they come in here and smack down the Sixers. So no excuses. Sixers just didn't have enough. They're not good enough.
They're there. No, they're just not. And it's just they're just gonna keep. If they keep on doing this at this rate, I feel like at this point something very bad's happening, and I feel like it's not right. I like this is not right from the team.
What do you think is the fix?
I didn't expect this. Like,
what do you think is the fix, Thor?
What happened?
What do you think they need to do? Like, how do they fix this? Like, is it on Joel playing? Is it on Paul George just playing better? Is it on Nick Nurse? Who is it on mostly?
I think it's mostly on Nick Nurse. I feel like he needs to play the young guys more because the young guys will help.
Yeah, I mean they can't hurt, right? They can't hurt at this point. But
yeah, because at this point it's like it is what it is now, and it's like now we're getting used to seeing this team playing like this, and it's like and now it's like this Wednesday is Christmas Day, and we have our game against the hottest team right now, and it's like that things are gonna get even more now. It's just not going well for us. Yeah,
no, it's going to be a similar outcome to tonight, and then they got the Spurs on Monday before Christmas. So I mean, again, I feel like if they can't get 100% healthy, which it doesn't feel like they can, what's the point? What's the point?
Yeah,
it's frustrating, man. Thor, appreciate you calling in, man. Thanks, Thor. Appreciate it. Yeah, I just when are we going to hear from Daryl Morey, by the way? I know a lot of people in the chat are chiming in right now, Daryl Morey, but like, when are we going to hear from him? Because Daryl Morey usually does his like semi-annual radio appearance, and he talks about the trade deadline, and he talks about the team and this and that. But amidst all of the lying that the Sixers have done, and yes, they are on the verge of potentially losing a lot of fans with how they've done things this season, but on the verge of, losing, say, fans, losing interest for this season. Is Daryl Morey going to speak? Is Daryl Morey going to talk? Because quite frankly, even though Embiid's been out, maybe it's Nurse not getting the most out of the players. Like, the talent just isn't good enough, They're just too old and too slow. Sucks, man. I wish Jared McCain never got hurt. I mean, that was the dagger for us Sixer fans, if we're being honest. Jared McCain getting hurt, it feels like the dagger, to be honest. It's brutal. Jared McCain's really out for the season. I mean, how does it get worse, man? How does it get worse? We're 26 games into the season. Never in my right mind did I think before game 30 that we would be questioning if the Sixers are done for the season. It's insane, man. And I'm not saying it's all on Daryl Morey because, again, like there's good and bad with Daryl Morey. The good is that he's motivated to go out and make moves, but the bad is that he's obsessed with former Rockets players. Like, you got to think outside the box a bit. Now, maybe they could have, maybe they could not have anticipated the Joel Embiid missing 9 games to begin the season, and then, he misses every other game. But you also gave the guy an extension. So somebody's got to answer for Joel getting that contract, for Paul George getting this contract, and playing the way he is, And, I mean, if we, a lot of people are going to have this, like, short, eye-sighted, non-revisionist history. Like, they're just going to see what they want to see, and they're not going to realize that this offseason was probably the worst free agent class ever. But then that brings it back to the fact of, all right, why did you plan out the cap space thing for this offseason when you had no premier free agents other than Paul George? And you gave all the cap space to Paul George. Like, at that point, why not just save the cap space and come in and try to make a big trade or something? I get it, right? You're going to lose the fan base that way as well. Like, hey, we've been setting up this cap space plan, and you had Maxey and Embiid and nobody else on the roster, and you planned it out so that you could have all the cap space in the world. But the worst part about it is that you did it in the offseason with no big-time free agents. It's not like there was 2 really high-quality role players that you could have went out and got that would have done more for this team right now. So I just think the timing element of this team just makes absolutely no sense. And now they're suffering from it. They're suffering from it. All right, man, we'll go to the next one. Let's go to Epic Boss. Epic Boss on the Discord.
Hello?
Yo, what's up, man?
All right, so I was on score watching the game, right? Paul George was...
Hold on, can you get a little bit closer to the mic, man? You're a little bit muffled.
All right, give me one moment. Let me just try and go some...
You sounded better there.
Better here?
Yeah, you're a little bit low, but I can still hear you.
All right. So I was looking at it. Paul George was... This may have been one of his worst games in his time as a Sixer.
Yeah.
And I noticed, he's Paul George is now tradable. And the thing I'm thinking, we have seen the sample size of how he the team. And I'm just thinking, maybe we have to see what he's worth. Like you said, this was one of the worst free agent classes in a while. So there wasn't really better options out there. However, now he is a tradable asset, along with a lot of the other team who isn't performing the best. Maybe it's just time to see what they're worth.
Yeah, here's the issue, though, man. Like, who's going to take Paul George on the first year of a 4-year, $52 million per year contract? What are the Sixers going to get back for that contract? I mean, it's hard to see a way out of it, man.
Yeah, I mean, there's really nothing. We have Paul George for the next 4 years.
Yeah,
maybe
like, who's
3,
taking
maybe
that?
get rid of him.
What are you going to get back
26?
unless you attach draft picks to it? And the Sixers don't even have that many draft picks to work with. Only a couple.
Yeah, I mean, it's a bad situation we were in. Like you said earlier, I mean, they planned out the whole, we're going to have all the cap space, we're going to have 2 players, it's going to be perfect. Unfortunately, it's just kind of Sixers' luck that it'd be in the worst free agent class that we've had in a very long time.
Yeah.
Right. So when in this situation, there's no championship scenario where we don't sign Paul George. That's just a fact.
100%.
However, Paul has been particularly bad this year.
And yeah, and that's my thing, man. Like, when somebody, like, we got to question Paul George at this point too. Like, why aren't you playing better? You got all this money. I mean, you were paid to be the guy. It was like a Paul George sweepstakes, and you come here and you have games where you're putting up 10 points. Like, that can't happen, man. You can't look this bad.
It was funny. I was talking with a Warriors fan at the start of the season who was mad that they didn't sign Paul George.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, probably now at this point, they're probably pretty happy they didn't get Paul George.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
He's not playing all he was hyped up to be.
Listen, why do you think the Clippers think about this, man. The Clippers opened a new arena. So their goal from a business standpoint is to get as much attraction and interest as possible. And they let him walk because they didn't want to give him another year on the deal. They only wanted to go 3 years. He wanted 4. And they said, okay, bye-bye. We don't care. That should have told us all we need to know.
Yeah, unfortunately, Maury has made a few questionable decisions. And then, we finally get a great player in the draft in McCain.
Yep.
But we only got Mack because it was COVID year, I'm going to be honest. Right, we only got him because it was COVID year.
Yep.
So we get a good player in the draft in McCain, and now McCain is out for the remainder of the season. So.
Absolutely. And the last thing I'll say to that is, look, I'm not saying I'm completely out on Paul George. Like, I still think he has something there, but at this point, man, if you were willing to pay Paul George $50+ million, why didn't you just pay James Harden? I mean, James Harden and Joel Embiid had a pretty good 2-man game. It wasn't terrible. They had some good opportunities. And look, I'm not saying I'm a big James Harden guy, but like, why? Why'd you pay Paul George all this money? Was it a panic move? Like, hey, we're here. We have the opportunity. Just a lot of questionable decision making, man.
And when I think about that, I think you said it a couple. I think it was like maybe last week. James Harden, he was a good leader on the court with Maxey. He was a good leader.
Yep, taught Maxey a lot.
He played pretty well. And James Harden, he didn't lose a step last season. He didn't lose a step this season, really.
He's playing pretty good right now.
Paul George is he's losing it.
Yep.
He's losing it a little bit.
Yep, he is, man. 34 years old. Epic Boss, appreciate you calling in, man.
Hey, have a good night.
Thanks, man. Look, I'm not a big James Harden guy. I mean, look, I never disliked like the 2-man game with Harden and Embiid. I didn't like how they both quit in Game 7 against Boston. I didn't like the way Harden handled himself sometimes, but the guy knew how to play basketball. Like he would show up after staying up till 5 a.m, recording in the studio with a little baby and Travis Scott, and then he would come out and he would drop 30 points on no sleep. And look, I'm not the biggest James Harden guy. I think the way he handled the situation was awful. But he still could play. Like, I never said he can't play. I just think the way that dynamic ended with Morey and Harden was just very weird. And my question to Morey would be, if you weren't willing to give James whatever it was, like 40, I think, 35, but you're willing to give PG 52, why? Why? I'm a little confused on that. But anyway, man, you lose Jared McCain. I mean, that guy was the life of this team. Anytime you needed a bucket, Jared McCain would come through. He would deliver. And he was so good for a rookie. And now it feels like he's going to be out the rest of the season, which is annoying. It really is. It really is. All right, man, let's go to Cool J in the Discord. Cool J, unmute your mic.
Yo, RB.
Cool J, what's up, bro?
Just a lot to take in. A lot of stuff happened. Really bad loss today.
Frustrating.
I mean, I think one of the big problems for this team is definitely, being very consistent when it comes to like playing, different games, especially back-to-back games. Like you got to, get like have a system and you play different games against different teams. Like this time the Cavaliers is their first huge test.
Yep.
I think. I'm not sure, but
in a while it is. I mean, they haven't played a good team like this in a while, and they've been building up some of these morale games against the Hornets. You think, all right, they're going to come out and at least try to be competitive a little bit.
For sure. Like, I mean, I did not think they were going to win this game.
Right.
I mean, all I was going to say is just, is keep it close. That's all I could say for them.
Yeah. But,
didn't really happen. Like Paul George, like I feel like, even with Embiid in, he's just I think the reason is probably because, Embiid's just, a really good player. I feel like he's like, because it feel like he feels like, he's more of a setback.
Yeah.
And like, he doesn't really feel like, he can match up to his level. I mean, we can see it, from the previous game. Without Embiid, he was able to like get shots over and over and over again. Then you go when Embiid comes in, it's just the switch just turns off.
Yeah, I think it's a good point about like how inconsistent these guys are on a night-to-night basis in terms of like what they're expected to do as well. Like last night, Kelly Oubre and Caleb Martin are just there to be spot-up shooters, and tonight it's like, hey, can you create some offense and do all these different things? It's like game to game, not knowing what your role is. It's like going to work one day and then the next day you got a different hat on and you're doing something completely different. And it's like that every game. So it's hard to settle in, but I'm looking at the start and I'm looking at Paul George. I mean, again, 11 points. Like, it's not good enough, man.
You're the 5 points he did last game.
Yeah.
And like, I mean, you got to like at least give them like, pressure the Capitals a little bit, like at least try and make a comeback, especially during the fourth quarter. Like the starting lineups for that during the fourth quarter was just absolutely terrible. Like I've never seen like a worse lineup for that.
Yeah.
Go into crunch time.
Yeah. I mean, this is like a benchmark type of game. You're going up against one of the best teams, and I mean, you were not competitive in the slightest. I mean, simple as that. You're just not good enough.
I mean, I did say they're going to win 3 out of 5 upcoming games.
Right.
And especially knowing that next year is going to get even tougher. It's just, and now that, the worst part is that Jerry McCain is out, like you said, like he's like the best player for this team. Like he was like a key factor. Like even like, we were down a few games, he was not afraid to go up to the paint, make consecutive shots, and like put pressure on the other team. Like, their team was, thinking like, oh, he's just, a new player for the Sixers. He's not a very big deal. But then, coming games over and over, next couple of games, he was like shot after shot after shot after shot, like making them like, it feels like, whoa, this guy's like absolutely insane. Like we got to make sure we got to take him down. He didn't think of nothing before. Then he's like an all-star now.
Yeah. I don't know, man. It's just, I don't know where to go from here. I think you just got to wait and see, I guess, if Joel can actually play a stretch of games. I've been saying it all season. Like, can Joel play 5 straight games? If not, then there's no point to try to contend this season.
Yeah, especially now, like you said, the January, February, March, it's going to get even tougher. You're playing actual teams. You're playing, teams that want to play.
Yep, 12 back-to-backs in those 3 months, and you're playing some of the best teams that you haven't even sniffed yet. So it's going to get tough, man. It's going to get really tough. We'll see what happens. Cool, Jay. Appreciate you calling in, man.
As always, thanks for having me in, RB.
Appreciate it, man. Shout out to Cool Jay on the Discord. Yeah, man. This season can go one of two ways. Sixers can get Joel on the floor and get healthy for once, or more of the same. More of the same. And I guess the last thing I'll end off here with, and again, appreciate everybody being in here. Get active in the comments. Call in if you want to give your thoughts. I know it's tough to watch this team right now, man, but the thing I'll end off on is like how did we get here? 9-17. I never would have thought in my right mind that this team would be 9-17. And I think it just goes back from the precedent that was set. I think it goes back to the precedent that was set with, the first 9 games of the season, lying to the fans and telling them that Joel was ramping up instead of just telling us what happened, So I think people have had this inclination, or at least this like feeling on the inside that like, hey, like this team's not, it's not their year, And every time we get a little glimmer of hope, something else happens, or it all comes raining down at once. And it's just frustrating. It is. It's frustrating. Robert Leo in the chat says you can place your bet on BetUS. I'm rolling with a healthy Embiid in the playoffs. Go Sixers. Shout out to Rob. Love the optimism, but I need to see Joel play, 5 straight games before I can make that statement. Jermaine says, anybody with a functioning brain knows his team sucks. Tika says, we need Elon to develop robot knees for Joel Embiid. Sixers Sam says, how did we get here, RB? I don't know. How did we get here? Like, we're, as drama-filled as the last 5 years have been, at least they've been a functioning playoff second-round team. I mean, we're not even 30 games in, and we feel empty. It's frustrating, man. This was supposed to be the season where everything came together, and it just feels like it's not their season. And every time we try to get a little bit of hope, they're like, nope, not your season. But then again, I look around the NBA, and you know what? Just for the fun of it, let's look at the NBA standings, because it's been a very weird year in the NBA. Apparently, the NBA is losing ratings. Apparently, a lot of people are not interested. I have a couple reasons as to why I think that is. But like, look at the East, man. The Cavs are 25-4. Boston's 22-6. They're really good. Knicks 18-10. They're the next best team. Magic injured 18-12. Bucks 15-12. They were horrendous to start the year. And now they're, above 500. Miami's 13-13, getting ready to trade Jimmy Butler. Every other team is below 500. It's just been a weird season, man. Then you look at the West. I mean, OKC's on top. Memphis 20-9. The Rockets, the Kings are 13-16. Pelicans have had every injury in the book. It just doesn't feel like one of those like top storyline years where everybody's enticed to see what happens. There's a lot of big injuries. A lot of teams are sinking. Timberwolves are 14-13. They're not even in the play-in right now. Just some weird basketball, man. Frank Richat in the chat. Welcome to the Fire Take Nation, man. Thanks so much, Frank, for becoming a member. Good to have you back. Shout out to Frank. I look at these standings, man. I'm like, wow, like the Sixers actually can rise up if they can win games, but can they win games? Can they actually start to win games? They can win against the Hornets. Can we play the Hornets every game the rest of the season? Maybe. Maybe not. We won't play them again this season. But yeah, man, Sixers haven't even played Boston yet. They played New York once. Haven't played the Bucks more than once. Miami, OKC. They've only played these teams once. Dallas they haven't played. So see what happens, man. But another frustrating loss. Sixers get wiped off the floor tonight in Cleveland. They now fall to 9-17. 126-99 is the score tonight. And Sixers got to look to try to get healthy, man. So we'll see what happens. Regardless, though, man, this is the Sixers post-game live show. We give it to you every game, live and direct. Pre-game, live game, post-game. If you're tapping in on the post-game show, join us live on YouTube after every game. Join us live during the game as well. Leave us a review. Subscribe to us anywhere you're watching. See what happens, man. Got to bounce back on Monday against the Spurs. Enjoy the rest of your night. Enjoy your weekend. Catch you on the next one, man. Peace.